Right, everyone, welcome along to... It's time, It's in my face. It's time for the 2023 Brazilian Grand Prix. No more sprinting, no more practicing. Ow! No more qualifying. It's time for the big thing. I'm going to have a fruit juice here. Welcome to JS, welcome to Rory. Can hear YouTube signing the final countdown. Signing some vinyls there. Welcome Bebop with the lights. Kate Flacker, Christoph, Sammy's, Chuffin Hambone, Dutch Lion in the house, Rory Martin, Ababel in here, and Josh Hill. Josh with the 24-month badge. My word, look at that gleaming. Let me get you there. Nice. Welcome to Everyday Christy. Firstly, we got a... Who's had an exciting Sunday? Who's had an exciting Sunday? That's the main question, isn't it? Right. Nice. Welcome Tracy Woodbridge as well. Sammy, hey everyone, do you think Piastri will get points? Points for Piastri? Well, the McLarens looked... Well, Norris obviously looked very good yesterday, didn't he? So... And the Ferraris and the Mercedes didn't look so good. So you'd think Oscar Piastri is not only going to get points, but he might be looking to go into top 5 or something. Josh Hill says, Hannah says hi as well. Hello to Hannah. Welcome to Shadow. Alex Veer says, Piastri craze is over. The craze is over. Get over it, Piastri fans. Elixir says. Hookton says, how are you doing today? I'm doing pretty good. Do you notice something different about the background here? Do you notice something different about the background? Fatima Hiker says, yeah, Bebop, beginning of an exciting Sunday. Stevie B, hi everyone, UK here. Fatima's like, whoa, this is exciting. Yes, it is. This is very exciting. And we've only got 18 minutes before we can do our 40-minute countdown. Richard Horvath says, Kireth, super good speed, Formula 1. Yes, read my mind there. Roy, been waiting all day for this moment. It's not exciting, but that's about to change. Well, I think it is going to be an exciting Brazilian Grand Prix, especially if Charles Leclerc can do what Max Verstappen did yesterday and get ahead into turn 1. Maybe that is a grippier side of the circuit. And interestingly, P1 here starts... P2 starts on the inside. So, a little bit unusual there. Mixed Boost is almost... 67k. Can we get a 67k today? Is it possible? We will see. Elixir says, don't get mad. I'm a McLaren fan. No snacks for me. I've already had more than a snack. I had been naughty. I've been bad. I'm not going to tell you what I had. Unless you want to know. Black Test Sunday's the most boring day of the week for me. Black, these streams aren't that boring. Your True Life said, oh, these streams save the day. Another trophy. Another trophy. Do we have the photos? Do we have the photos? Hang on a second. The photos have not come through yet, but, well, it's been a good day for me racing. I've had a good day racing. I've done my bit. Put it like that. Put it like that. I've done my bit. Beef and Bite says, good day, race fans. Tracy, hope your racing went fabulously today. Stevie, what's the weather looking like there? It's looking very sunny. I'm starting to doubt the accuracy of the satellite weather that we have on this stream. I might need to find another provider here, because that weather looks suspiciously the same as the last 3 days. Atmospheric says, hello everybody, right on time again. Yes indeed, Assad, Max will win and Norris will be on the podium. I mean, what about the Aston Martins, everyone? Do the Aston Martins have genuine pace here? Sammy says, hey, Kireth, don't know if you remember you. Of course you remember you. Where are you from? Uluru. After months of moving to Catherine, I used to live in Uluru. See, we remember. We remember. Beef Boy, how was your race? My race was very good. My race was very good. I had a very good race amongst some stiff competition. I started in last place, had to come through. But I need to do the videos. I need to do the karting videos. They need to happen. It's just waiting on me to commentate over them. Otherwise, it would be a bit boring. Baz says, can Checo pull off a podium today? Checo and Piastri may be cutting through the field. Sue says, tea, cake and watching. Sim, hello, Kireth and chat. Just got out of the gym and on the way home. Did some HRD cardio and sauna, now race prep. Solid stint in the sauna, it sounds like. Welcome to Craig as well. Constantino just wants to see Alonso happy. Fernando Alonso. Oh, what a bad tail end to the season it has been so far. But he starts here on the second row of the grid. In fact, it's an Aston Martin lockout. They've paid the whole row for VIP access, exclusive access there. Well, what the hell happened? What the hell happened? Aston 3 and 4. Yeah, Sao Paolo, I think, is very, very, very sunny today. So we did see some rain on Friday for the qualifying, which did cause this unusual grid, actually, didn't it? Did cause this unusual grid. Assad hope Alonso pulls off something special. Well, if Alonso's going to pull off something special here, but we all remember the meme of Alonso sitting in the deck chair when he was at McLaren here, so he's not always had the best of times. The 1,000-yard stare as Sebastian Vettel won another championship, another one. So will Fernando Alonso have good times at Interlagos again? JD says, is this live? No, I just predicted. I just said that, not knowing that someone will ask a question. Chat, okay, let's get into it. Let's get into it. I want to hear podium predictions. I want to hear podium predictions. I want to know, who are you thinking for the podium here? And I don't think Charles Leclerc is going to be on the podium. I'm going to be honest. I don't think Leclerc is going to be on it. So I reckon... Well, I want to hear your thoughts first. I want to hear your thoughts. When's the race? I can let you know in 13 minutes when it is. Chat, let me know your predictions for the podium today. This is what I want to know. This is what I want to hear. Right, Assad's come in. Max, Norris, Alonso. Wow. Constantino, Verstappen, Hamilton, Alonso. Sandy, Verstappen, Leclerc, Norris. Blacker, Verstappen, Norris, Hamilton. So we've had all different combinations. Verstappen, Leclerc, Norris and CVB. Josh Hill says it's going to rain. I don't think it's going to rain unless you got some intel, Josh. Josh Hill, do you have intel? But you're going Verstappen, Russell, Alonso. How is Russell going to get PT from there in that Mercedes? Let me know. Elixir saying Verstappen, Norris. Then quite a few. Baz saying Verstappen, Norris, Checo. Is Checo odds on to get the podium here? He was very fast yesterday, wasn't he, in the sprint? Atmospheric says Perez, Max, Russell. Beef and Barley, Verstappen, 1, 2, 3 for Max. JD, why do you say this is not live when you mention my name? I was speaking to another JD there, JD. Sammy says P1 Supermax, Leclerc, and then Piastri. A lot of people having faith in Leclerc to get P2 here. I mean, did you see the pace yesterday? Or lack of? Stevie B's hoping it rains. Do we have any information on the rain here? Rain or lack of rain? Cliff going Max, Norris, Hamilton, Bebop going Verstappen, Stroll, Alonso. So Bebop the first to have Stroll in the podium. Tracy going Max, Perez, Lando. So that'd be a huge run from Perez. Anyone else going Aston Martin's on the podium? Or S, I don't know, but I think Stroll out lap 1 and we'll take someone with him. We'll see. Rory says Verstappen, who knows, and then Leclerc. Have faith in your man to get PT there. What else have we got? Christoph coming in, Verstappen, Leclerc, Norris. Elixir saying people sleeping on George. People sleeping on George. Well, Hamilton did not look very quick yesterday. He made a big move on Perez early doors, but then he did not look quick at all, I have to say. People say sky is clear. Well, keep us updated on the weather. I mean, the prediction was on Friday that we would have rain on Sunday. That was the prediction then. Kathleen's watching from my sick bed. Sorry to hear that, Kathleen. But you are going Max, Lando, Perez. So you're hoping that Lando is going to make up quite a few positions. Lando seems on it right now. Lando seems focused. I wonder if he eased off a little bit yesterday in the sprint race, knowing that it was going to be very difficult to overtake, and just thought he'd keep that fight for another day. When's the race starting? We can let you know in 10 minutes because it's starting in 50. Sainz saying, welcome F1 fan. Offbeat, Mercedes didn't look good. Mercedes did not look good at all, I have to say. By the way, 200 people watching, 38 likes. Let's pump up those likes, everyone. Let's pump those likes up. Let's pump those likes up. Can we do a big like surge? Elixir saying, Norris is a sweaty gamer. JD, I think Ricciardo will win the race. You need to see a doctor. Mink Spoo, I don't know the gap between Hamilton and Alonso, but it would be great seeing Alonso back in third. Are you thinking championship? You're thinking championship here? Well, this is potentially big for the championship, this race. Well, it is big between Hamilton and Perez. Mia's got Hamilton. Offbeat saying Toto was pissed. Why is that? Looks like it's going to be a 2-stop race, by the way. And 2 stints on the softs here. So has anyone got spare softs? Has anyone got a spare softs? Or you can do a 3-stop if you're a mad lad. But I'm not sure anyone will. Superfly, Max and Red Bull are a disgrace for that first championship. Lewis was robbed. And then official responsible. I don't know what you're talking about, Steve. Can you let us know what you're talking about? I have no idea what that is. Can you explain further, please? Can you explain further? Josedinho Diaz in the house today. Very good. Chai says, good evening, Kireth community. Currently cooking up some dinner. Have the stream running in the background. That is a pro stat. That is a pro stat right there. We are getting closer. It's race day. Finally. We come all this way. And it's race day. And some people will say that the sprint has indicated that the Ferrari and Mercedes pace is not looking that good. But those people will have egg on their face if that changes. Mia hopes there's weather intrusion will make the race more interesting. Offbeat says Lewis got overtaken by half the field in the end. It got pretty bad for Sir Lewis Hamilton. Crystal says, yeah, Roy. Yes, go on, Roy. Sim, such a good race yesterday. I mean, Lando got within. Let's not forget, Lando Norris got within 2/10 or a 1/10 and a half of getting the DRS from Verstappen. Now, as we discussed, do we think that Verstappen was sort of toying with Lando there as the cars are going out on installation laps and then coming back into the pits, just making sure everything is working okay? Sizex, how did my race go? My race went very well. I had a very exciting race. I had a very dramatic race, actually. A very dramatic race. Sim's looking forward to the race day. Very good. Tracy, if current race pace with the Red Bull remains consistent, they will definitely be on then it's Norris, Russell or Carlos. Don't fully understand the end of that comment. But you think Perez is going to move up? Baz noting that Forest beat Villa 2-0. Okay. Fantastic news for all of the Forest fans in the chat there. Mia says, season nearly over. How quick? Can we believe the season is almost over? After this weekend, I'm only going to have 2 more streams, F1 streams this year. Race streams, that is. We're going to have Las Vegas and then we're going to have Abu Dhabi. But lots of exciting stuff coming next year if we can tie things up. And the higher that subscriber number, the easier, the more likely it is that we get those things signed off because they think, oh, okay. George Russell's already overtaken in the pit entry. In fact, he's had a drag race here with Lando Norris. Are we going to see a penalty? A penalty for George, who already has taken a penalty from qualifying. George Russell very irritated there with Lando Norris in the pit lane. And I wonder if he's actually broken a rule there. Cole says pole Max, second Lando. Yeah, qualifying was yesterday, Cole. Black says do tell. We'll talk about later, maybe. Maybe we'll talk about later. Size X Lando hasn't gotten the minerals. Needs more of that Volvic. Welcome, Random Thoughts. Welcome, Lucy. Lucy also cooking with you in the background. Let Lucy cook. Let Lucy cook, everyone. Lucy is cooking right now. I think Lando Has a spare set of softs? Maybe. Congrats on your rain race day. Well, I had a... Well, I don't know how much to say about it. Spoil the video, but... I had some drama before the grand final race where... You know... There was a late kart change, put it like that. There was some flicking through the regulations and there was a late kart change.
Yellow's ahead, yellow flag.
Welcome Craig Allen Racing.
Okay, understood.
Tracy, I mean Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez on the podium, so Tracy's going for the double Red Bulls. Bebop is celebrating the Lance Stroll, I believe, P3. JD, can Max save his winning points and shift it to 2024? I like the way you think, JD. I like that you think outside the box. Sammy says, Kireth, what snack should I have? It's 1:30. Is that 1:30 a.m.? Is it 1:30 a.m. in Australia? What snack? I think because... I think peanut butter is the best spread you can have. I can't think of a better spread. Elixir, if Kireth doesn't reach 67k, then Alonso will retire. Well, hang on, that could be abused. Mia, maybe you can do Team Intel streams. What are Team Intel streams? Welcome, Angelo Nissenbambi. Hi, and nice back. Angelo Nissenbambi, it's great to have you back, I have to say. And welcome, Sri Jelly, as well. Michael Welch, George has become a tattletale boy. Was he on the radio there? Lucy wants us to keep chatting while she's cooking. Welcome, Paolo Polia. Vlaka says, when the F1 season ends, we could go on a title Cooking with Kireth. I mean, stranger things have happened. Stranger things have happened. We could do cooking. DJ Superfly, F1 is as corrupt as VAR is in football and been ruined. Sorry for the negativity, but it is what it is. Wow. But what if people think VAR isn't corrupt? Because then F1 wouldn't be corrupt either. 3-minute warning till our timer, by the way. Welcome to Takumi Tremblay. Awais says, how much time? I'll let you know in 3 minutes, my friend. Nutella, if you know it. Yes, indeed. Pranil Pravis says, hello to the Red Bull family. Pranil is a staunch Max Verstappen supporter. There is cloud. No, it's footage from another day. So it's getting cloudy on the track. Noah Gunnell says, bienvenidos from Mexico. Welcome to Noah Gunnell in Mexico. And Ragavir Das, all of the crewdom coming in. Baz is going to be back in a little bit. Tracy says, Alonso is going nowhere. Well, we will see. We will see. Simpson, what's going on right now? Right now, the cars are just doing some installation laps, and very soon they will make their way to the grid. We will have grid walks, we'll have people on the grid, all that fun and games.
Copy.
Trey says, Georgie is always a little boy. Wow. Harsh. Welcome to Heim C as well. Craig's gone Hamilton, Norris... Craig, my guy. Hamilton, Norris, Perez. How are you getting that there? Mia says car reveal tech talks. Well, we got a lot of stuff cooking that I need to finalise. I'm waiting actually for... Yeah. I'm in contact with some cool people that like what we do. Which is nice. Which is nice. Oh, the Ferrari people have a football. Charles Leclerc kicking a football around. JD says, I did not prefer any munchies toast. I might have to put some frozen chips in the air fryer. I don't understand how air fryers work. How can you fry with air? How can you fry with air? Ragavir says it might be hammer time today. Well, we thought it was going to be hammer time yesterday as Lewis Hamilton overtook Sergio Perez with a very brave move around the outside. But that was as good as it got for Lewis Hamilton yesterday. And it went from bad to worse. Downfall says Stroll mess up. Sizet's going Max Lewis Perez. Welcome to Scott. Member Scott in the house. Member Scott Stanford, the winner of the Scott v Scott battle we had yesterday. Where is other Scott Stanford? Are you in the stream? Or is it sort of alpha males or alphas? It's not presuming, I think. Is it a case of alphas? You can only have one alpha Scott in the stream. Do you have any other Scots in the stream? Lucy's made mushroom parmesan pasta for the kids, but I've been experimenting. You've got to let us know what the experimenting is. Does that mean you've gone properly off-piste? Put half an orange in there or something. Hi MC, hope my race went well. Chat, my race went very well. My race went very well. Oh, that's just you. That's no good. That's just you looking back into yourself. Hang on. Oh, there we go. First place. First place. In a competitive grid, my championship rival. I came into this race 2 points ahead in the championship. Just 2 points. And I beat my championship rival. He was on the podium. He was second. I was first. Title of it to be chatting with my chats while the race starts. Yeah. In fact, oh gosh. Is anyone from... Scott and Stafford isn't here. Both Scotts. Oh, and Scott Butler. Oh no. It's a triple Scott situation in the chat here. It's a triple Scott situation. Scott Butler, what's your most interesting fact about yourself? Chat, is anyone here from the Gran Turismo community? Because I'm meant to be streaming Gran Turismo tonight and I can't remember what time I'm doing it. So chat, can you let me know what time I'm streaming Gran Turismo if possible? As you can see, I haven't practiced, but we'll still do well. Chat, are any of my Gran Turismo mods in the house? Right, let me catch up here. Let me catch up in here. Offbeat says the Battle of the Scots was nerve-wracking. I thought you were talking about some war. Like, some UK Scottish Battle of Independence. Pranel says we have 76 likes and 319 people. Pranel, we can improve that. Please do the call to action. Let's pump up those likes. We cannot... We can't keep getting beat on the like front. The likes are in our control, everyone. We know we can do the likes. So please hit that like button. Joe Jr. says, first place, sweet. Lucy, I've made a new veggie curry sauce, a chili sauce with homegrown chilies and some onion seed flat beads and a new marinade for chicken. Wow. All I can say is, watch out Uncle Ben. There's a new sort of thing going on there. Offbeat, can't wait to see you in the F1. That ain't going to happen. Well, I will be later on Gran Turismo F1. Did I beat my rival? I did beat my rival, but my rival, there was a... I don't know how much I want to say. Basically, my rival was... There was a lot of sportsmanship shown by my rival. We have a good rivalry. We have a healthy rivalry, and I think whoever will win this championship, because no one else can really challenge us at the top. Both of us are too far clear. But whoever wins it, I think, will have won it fairly, if that makes sense. Which is a nice feeling for whoever does it. And if I come second, I can be like, I was beaten by the better driver. Chai says, F1 is the only racing I'm into. Very nice. Joe Jr. is a GT community. Scott Stanford says, hello, hey Scott Butler. And Scott Butler comes in beside being 6'8". So Scott Butler is a literal giant. Wow. Can we do a Le Mans on GT? You can do whatever you want. Just join the Discord. If you play games and you're not in our Discord, I mean, frankly, you're just missing out. KCR Kip's here. KCR Kip, do you know what time the GT F1 series that I'm racing in tonight starts? What time do I need to schedule my stream to do that? Can you let me know? Oh no, we've gone over the timer, chat. No one gave us a 40-minute warning. Chat, that's not going to work well, is it? Rory says, YouTube doesn't like it when I repeatedly beat on the like button. You do you, bro. What else have we got? JD says, Uncle Ben packet is great. You heat on the microwave and it's a good meal. Popular in Australia. Well, I mean, that's high cuisine in Australia, isn't it? Uber Dick from Canada since 1975. Love this. Well, welcome along, Uber. Good to have you in the house. Trey said, let's pray that there are no accidents, no injuries. Yes, hoping for no... Well, accidents... Let's not actively hope for accidents, but motorsport, that can happen. But definitely let's actively hope that no one is hurt, I think. Catherine says, all this talk of food is making me feel ill. Oh, dear. Flack says 8:30 BST, but I'm no longer in BST. Sim says, Bebop is a big Stroll fan with a passion. He will defend that. Let him do that, and please don't instigate him for it. You can root for your driver. Is it kicking off in the chat here? Is it kicking off in the chat? The mods are going to be... The mods will be circling. The mods will be circling here. Takumi, what's the name of my rival? I think it's like Max Verstappen or something. LA Thorn the Martian says hello from Neptune City. I don't know where Neptune City is, but it sounds very intergalactic. So less than 40 minutes to go. Sky are still showing us some B-roll here before we're going to get live onto the grid. Now I am live on the grid, and the cars are on the grid. The cars are on the grid. This is Carlos Sainz's car. No, yes, Carlos Sainz's car being pushed through by the Ferrari mechanics. So we have cars on the grid. Carlos Sainz out qualified by Charles Leclerc for the 5th consecutive race. Oh dear. The smooth operator maybe he's being too smooth. Vlax says wait, I'll ask tea. Very nice. Can we get tea in the house, my teammate? Scanty is going to a friend's house to watch the games. I can't be here. Scanty, if you want to have a crazy good time at your friend's house, I mean, this on TV, you know, drinks, snacks. I can't think of anything better. Takumi says, is it taco meat? No, it isn't. My teammate, I'm getting confused now. Zahira Abraham says, hi from South Africa. I hope Ferrari's on the podium today. Do you have a sticky keyboard there? Well, do we have any Aston Martin fans? Do we have any actual Aston Martin fans? Matt Cash, have you ever checked out American Sprint Car Racing? No, I haven't. There are some... What's going on here on the grid? There's some randomness on the grid here. LA Thorn, the city is in south central New Jersey in Monmouth Country on the Jersey Shore. Very nice. Jersey Shore I am aware of. Yeah, the qualifying record this season, Charles Leclerc has been the fastest driver 13 times and Carlos Sainz only 7 times. And Leclerc has 3 poles this season. Can you believe that? I mean, Ferrari are... The fact that Ferrari are not in the battle for the second WDC here is quite shocking, really, isn't it? It goes to show that the Ferrari qualifying pace does often sort of be faster than the race pace. LA Thornton, I'm Lewis fan. Mr. 180, Max Super Max. Hi, MC likes Nando. We've got a Nando fan in the house. As Simon Lazy just pushes Naomi Schiff there out of the way. Not sure what that's about. The big old shove. Jordan Dodds excited to welcome Octamon. C says, welcome to the new subs. Cameron likes Alonso, but not Aston. Well, you must be in a predicament there, Cameron. Joel Collado, do you support any football club? I am a West Ham season ticket holder, except I haven't really been this season. I actually went to first game, didn't I? Cameron says, Stroll is pointless. JD, why don't you stream IndyCar races as well? I don't know enough about IndyCar races. Noah Gunnell says, we are dangerously close, everyone. In fact, we could do it right now, chat. Right now, with 333 people in, if you're not subscribed, just hit the subscribe button right now. I keep getting assaulted here by my microphone. Hit that subscribe button right now. So if you're not subscribed, and I guarantee we will, in about 5 seconds, we could push that up to 67k. Cameron says 9 subs to get 67. Yes, indeed. Alexander Van Week, out of South Africa. My man is Fernando Alonso, no matter what the car. Nana Bikoi says, let's go Hamilton. Jordan's a Red Bull fan, but supports Lando. Okay. Bebop with a big claim here. All other things being equal, Leclerc is probably the most talented driver in F1 right now. And Matt Cash noting that Hulkenberg is quite handsome. Whatever floats your boat, Matt Cash. Chai says tickle it. It doesn't always work when you tickle it. It might be. I think it's frozen. I think we probably hit 6-7k, but it's just frozen. It's just frozen. Or everyone is subscribed. Everyone must be subscribed. Spivvy is a Lando fan, but supports Mercedes. Okay. Confusing, isn't it, to have your favourite drivers and team be different? But good loyalty there. Gnarly says, let's go Stroll. Well, Gnarly do support Stroll. Offbeat's going for a Lando upset for today, and Kireth says Leclerc could be kind of talented if he didn't. Well, it's not always him, is it? Sometimes it's the Ferrari. It's the Ferrari factor as well, if we're honest. Right, chat, there are 30 minutes to go. Only 30 minutes to go now till the race start. Just seeing a lot of adverts for Sports Direct. Chai says, Vlad, can you throw downforce out of the chat, please? Oh my goodness me, it's kicking off. It's kicking off in the chat. Does anyone else have a favourite driver that's not in your favourite team? Kathleen's got a cup of hot chocolate, and I'm wearing my Red Bull top with pride. Come on, Max and Perez. So Kathleen is supporting the Red Bull boys today. Speedy says, can we maybe get Lando on Mercedes in 2024? Downforce, I feel like the stewards are looking into it. Instant under investigation with Downforce and Bebop Cowboy. Stewards are investigating. What is it going to be? Is it going to be a 5-second penalty? Or is it going to be a black flag? Let's see. JD says, why can't everybody drive a Red Bull next year to be fair and square? You did, honestly, you are an outside the box person. Sammy says, favourite driver Piastri but supports Ferrari. Sim says, Downforce is just straight up windmilling it. Oh, message deleted. Has the steward given a black flag? Have we got a black flag here before the race start? Let us know. Let us know. Theodore Spiridon says, if the season has shown us anything, is that Max really is the best in the world right now. This is coming for a long time. I do think that Max is really quite clear. Especially, I think the Perez factor helps him in that because he's very clear of Perez. See, I'm like Nando and Lando, but my favourite side. Didn't Perez replace Hamilton at McLaren? Chat. Didn't Perez replace Hamilton at McLaren? Am I getting that right? C likes Nando and Lando. Very nice. Mark says, bit of trivia. We do like a bit of trivia here. Juji Noda won the Xenox 2000 and F2 Cup Championship Day. First woman to win a championship grid of racing cars. Well, we've seen incredible scenes in WEC yesterday with the Iron Dames winning in GTE in the final WEC GTE race ever. So anyone who says that women can't succeed in motorsport just has to look there. And now it seems an F2 Cup as well. Tracy loves Sebastian. Very nice. Teenup says, let's go. Yes, let's go indeed. Let's go. What's happening here? What's going on? Andrew saying Stroll top 6. Okay, I do want to know, chat, where do you think Lance Stroll is going to finish this race? Or do you think it's going to be a DNF for Strolly? Vlak says, for calling Bebop idiot, I'm going to go with the black flag. Right, these stewards do not mess around in our chat. Do not mess around. There we go. Not like the Ocon Alonso thing yesterday where the stewards were like, oh, we don't really know. Here, very clear directions. We all know where we stand. We all know where we stand here. C says, one more sub. It's going to go up and then it will go down. It's going to go up and go down. I'm telling you. Or maybe go down and then go... Maybe, what about reverse psychology? Maybe it's going to go down. I think this is going to go down. This is definitely... Someone is going to unsubscribe. I like how everyone's holding the fort. Everyone watching subscribed, you were holding the fort here. Hold the line, everyone. Hold the line. Hold. Chat, hold the line. Yes! We did it! No one unsubscribe. 67k, everyone. Look at that. Look at that. 67k in the building. Doesn't it look good? Chat, doesn't it look good? Doesn't it look... Just hold it there. Just hold it. Ah, someone's gone and subscribed and ruined it. Probably from a YouTube Shorts. There, oh, hang on a second. People are like, I wasn't going to subscribe. When he had 66k, I wasn't going to subscribe. But now he's a man on 67. That brings legitimacy. Right, here, Martin Brondo interviewing the Brazilian DJ. Wow. This is very exciting. And I think she's got the same jeans as Naomi Schiff had yesterday. But the top part, I can't even describe it. I can't even describe it, what's going on in the top part there. So I won't. Those of you watching Sky, you can describe it in the chat maybe. So Martin Brundle is doing the track walk. Welcome to Kumi, Oz, Cameron, Michael, Theodore and Vinny K as well. Zahira says, I've been subscribed. Zahira is an absolute pro. There we go. Oh, did everyone come in chat there as I was looking at the stream? Look at this! Congratulations. Yes, 67k, everyone. We've done it. We've done it, everyone. Hold the line. I mean, now it's just... I feel like we've smashed through that glass ceiling now. The sky's the limit. Chai says, next up, 75k. Yes. An immediate 8,000 more subscribers. Vlack says, welcome to new subscribers. Joel says, who is the DJ? Very interested in the music, no doubt. Speaker says, Kireth, can you get the FA to give a max black flag? I don't have... Actually, I don't have a direct line to the stewards in this race, I'm afraid.
Yellow flags where you are.
Captain says, half an hour, let's go. Yes, indeed, let's go. Martin Brundle chatting with... is this Bernard Mylander? I probably should know his face. But the safety car driver. Bernd Mylander. Thanks, member Scott. Good job, everyone. Good job. Nice job. 67k. We've done it. Lou said it's a corset with waistbands. There we go. There we go. It's been described. I would not have been able to describe it like that. Maurice says DNF Max. Yasu's got the champagne out. Hi MC says the welcome song is so much fun. Now KCR Kip says our race is at 8:30, but who's this on the grids? This is... Don't want to get this wrong. Don't want to get this wrong. Sky, help me out. Help me out, Sky. There's someone with Alpine. So I'm guessing celebrity investor. Who are they? Who are they? Are they really famous? Marta, the footballer. Only the greatest women's footballer of all time. I couldn't quite put my finger in it, I'm afraid. The most successful women, most goals or something. Downforce is back in the chat. Downforce is back in the chat. Yeah, but KCR Kipper, that's BST, but I'm in GMT. I'm in GMT. Thanks, Pranel. Professor Logic says Ayrton P1. You are a bit late to the party there, Professor Logic. Ryan says, shout out to the Ferrari fans. Shout out to the Tifosi. Any Tifosi here in the house? Bebop says, Max is a wall. I don't think it's plausible he'll get offline with any trouble. I mean, Max Verstappen's start yesterday was so good. And obviously his start in Mexico was really good. And I can't remember his start in Austin, but I presume it was good as well. Martin Brundle's still roaming. He's roaming the grid here. Who's this? Don't recognise them. Someone else. Who are they? Don't know who they are. The Red Bull mechanics all standing behind Sergio Perez's Red Bull. They don't want anyone to see the rear diffuser. There now, who says, oh, Felipe Drugovich! It's Felipe, our mate! Felipe Drugovich from Aston Martin. He is Brazilian, by the way. Felipe, who I've had some chats with, as you will have seen, is here, confirmed as Aston Martin reserve driver next season. I think Felipe is just... He's just too chilled out. Felipe is just too chilled out. Because... And Mike Crack is in the background. Yeah, Felipe Drugovich looking very relaxed here. But he just doesn't have a drive. He's a reserve driver in Formula E. He's a reserve driver in F1. He's the F2 champion, so he's proved he can do it. But, you know, does Felipe Drugovich deserve better? Craig says shared and tagged on Facebook. Appreciate it, Craig. Feel free to tag me in. Zahira says me. Nice. Captain, how did the race go today? Captain, the race went very nicely. Welcome to Taster Gibby, Ryan, and someone else joining. Spivvy, who's your favourite team and driver? I don't really have a favourite team and driver, but I would love to see the Aston Martins do well here. Sizex coming in on the weather, saying... It's raining heavily here in London. Could it reach Brazil in 6 minutes? So rain confirmed in London. It's raining in London. Critical information there for the stream. We'll have to see how fast, if it is indeed moving in a southwesterly direction, how long it will take to get to Brazil. Welcome to Joe Mercedes on the main channel. Travis says, with Mercedes having one new medium set and one new hard set, I don't think the hards are going to be used here. I'm not sure the hards are going to be used, but I might be wrong. Who says, oh, it's Rubens Barrichello. It's Rubens Barrichello on the grid, everyone. Great to see Rubens. Chat, can we just get some claps in chat for Rubens Barrichello, please? For anyone who was watching F1 20 years ago, around that period, 20, 30 years ago. What a guy. 322 Grand Prix and 11 wins in a career spanning 1993 to 2011. Wow. Look at the claps coming out. Rubens. He looks like a fun guy and a nice guy. And we know Rubens is a nice guy, don't we? Because he lived in the spotlight. He raced in the spotlight. He raced, in some brutal teams and some brutal teammates. And I don't think anyone can say that Rubens at any point did not handle himself with the utmost dignity and respect. Do we agree? Demeril says Rubinho GOAT. Phil says Rubens is a huge reason Schumacher was so successful. Who's this? It is. Is it Eminem? It looks like Eminem. I'm not really into my music. It's Eminem. Eminem doesn't wear a chain. Oh, it's Machine Gun. There's a man called Machine Gun. I thought it was Eminem. Do you think he's legally called Machine Gun? And is it a first name Machine, second name Gun? Is he actually Mr. Gun? Do people say to him, Mr. Gun? He's like, no, it's okay. You can call me Machine. Or maybe it's pronounced Machine or something. Machine Gun. Machine Gun. Spivvy's watching us on 2 devices. Rory says Rubens was the man. Ferrari emojis. Yes, indeed. Ultimate team player. Reich says right from Kenya back to the live stream. Yes, indeed. And chat, there are Jess. I mean, we're going to get going before that timer. There's actually 18 minutes to go. Lucy, when was the last time we saw Jackie Stewart at the grid? We've seen Jackie Stewart at quite a few races this season. He's been at quite a few races. Bebop saying Helmet Marco's in the house. Very nice. Welcome, Katie Uji. Priya Darshini, I don't want to sound negative, but I secretly wish to see some at Singapore 2017 Lewis going through. I don't know what happened I can't remember Singapore 2017. Anyway, this Machine Gun man, he's decided to hold all of his lanyards. And he's given a thumbs down to Martin Brundle, so maybe that's the memeable moment that Sky very carefully orchestrate. It doesn't happen by chance. They know what they want to do. They want to get those moments. And then they share it on social media. And they earn revenue from people buying Sky Sports subscriptions or maintaining their subscription. Right, a lot of people working on the brakes here of, I guess it's George Russell's car. So George Russell's car is having a lot of work done on the grid. FIA scrutineers are wandering around. Noali says Schumacher is the GOAT. Maybe. Is Nelson Piquet there? I'm not sure Nelson Piquet is welcome at F1 anymore. I think Nelson Piquet might actually be sort of on the not welcome list. Joe Zedinho, what's Discord? There you go, there's Discord. And there's almost 4,000 people in the Discord. It's crazy. 4,000 people. Oh, it was the turn 1 instant. Yes, well, we will see. Tito Hayes de Souza says Rumbino. Bernie Eccleston is on the grid. I thought he was in jail. I thought Bernie was in jail because he'd avoided £1 billion in tax. I'm not exaggerating. How's Bernie Eccleston got on the grid here? Chat, isn't Bernie in jail? He's also like, he's literally 100 years old, is Bernie. Dangerous going to Bernie Eccleston with a live microphone. How that man made it through his life without being cancelled, I will never know. But, you know, fair play. Christian Horner's loitering around, but MB goes elsewhere. Who else do we have? Was that Max Verstappen to the grid? No? Someone else? Martin Brundle still roaming. Are we going to see some... Adriano was here yesterday, by the way. Italian football fans, the streets will never forget Adriano. The Italian streets, literally impossible to forget Adriano. If you know, you know. We're looking around the Aston Martins here. James Hinchcliffe is doing a piece to camera for F1 TV. MB gonna slice and dice his way through. He's up near the front now with Charles Leclerc, and Monsieur Vasseur is there. So when I was at I shouldn't say actually. I shouldn't say that. Yes, let's forget. Oh, what was I talking about? Lou says, nice to see you at large. He paid a 2 billion bail. Well, if you can afford to pay a 2 billion bail, then why not? Gnarly doesn't like Hamilton for bringing political agendas into F1s. I like his driving style, but not him. What do we think, chat? Bebop, the world loves Senna for his impressive driving, but also for his humanity, spirituality, passion. Senna medal. JD, I think Hamilton is driving for the money. Nothing spectacular from him these days. Austin? Anyone? Right. Martin Brundle back on the move, back on the prowl. He is near the front of the grid now. In fact, he is at the front of the grid. Who do we have? Any celebrities? Who's this? Is it Felipe Massa? It's Felipe Massa, another persona non grata on the grid here. Oh my goodness me. What is going on? Felipe Massa, 272 Grand Prix, only about 50 less than Rubens. But is Felipe Massa held in such high esteem as Rubens Barrichello? I would say no. Offbeat, what's more passion, more energy? More passion, more energy. Mivan, what happened to Aston's from being rockets trash in a few weeks? I think some upgrades didn't work. Captain Nashnator says the Brazilian GP is one of the best tracks. One of my favs. One of your favs, very nice. Welcome to Fuoco Ardente in the chat. 556 peoples. Oh, national anthem performed by Ludmilla and Miguelzinho de Cavaco there. And I'm not sure all the drivers have made their way to the front for the national anthem. I saw Charles Leclerc sitting by the side. No, he's there. He's there. That's because he's at the front already. That's why he was just chilling there. Is Max Verstappen becoming thick? Is it a thick Verstappen, chat? Is Max Verstappen, you know... People says the man gave 400 million of his personal fortune to children's charity. Is that Bernie Ecclestone? Yeah, Massa was there yesterday. Massa was there on Friday as well. X-Factor says, watch out for the Hamilton-Perez race. Hamilton is more than motivated to see him take the second position. Yes, indeed, I agree. Rory says Max is maxing out. Yeah, Max has evolved. Welcome to Luis Gomez and Sean Mafulo as well. How are we I'm on top chat. I'm on top chat here. How can I be on top chat? Right, what I need to do is now, bear with me. I'm going to get the race sim warmed up. I'm going to get the old race sim warmed up. Just bear with me. Furicus, might there be a Sainz comeback? People are saying that the Ferrari pace is not looking good. The Ferrari pace, and I think the Mercedes pace. There we go. Very wholesome Brazilian anthem there that I couldn't hear, but I'm sure it was amazing. Looking now at a cast portrait of Ayrton Senna. Glaring down on the track. Oscar Piastri's got his ice vest on. He's starting all the way down in P10. He had a couple of bad sectors. I mean, his sector 2, sector 3 in qualifying quite bad. His sector 1 was actually on it. Priya Darshini saying Mercedes seemed pretty slow yesterday. Hard to see a podium finish. I was surprised how many people were calling a Mercedes podium, I have to say. I can't see that happening at all. Spiffy, will Hamilton get on? But that said, well, yeah, I don't... it's a big race. I think Hamilton here needs to stem the flow. I don't think this is going to be a good race for Hamilton. I think he needs to stem the flow here.
Thank you for joining us as our race week.
That's what he needs to do. Now, just bear with me here as I'm going to sim all this stuff. Very technical stuff going on in the background here. Noah says, I think Lando is going to slice through the field like a samurai. Well, I think the McLarens will be on the move. The question is, are we going to see cars going side by side and other cars defending, and then we're going to have contact and we're going to have carbon fibre? Are we going to have safety cars? Are there going to be safety cars all over the track? Paolo Polia says Bernie has a 17-month suspended jail sentence. Well, I'm glad to see that he's having fun here in Brazil. You know, that's okay. That's how us. The world's okay for some people. You know what I mean? Some people, you know. Anyway, we just play it by the book. Now, bear with me here. I just need to get this done like that. And yes. So also I need to do that and that. Did it say it was wet? Find out. No, it's not. Black says 10 minutes. Yeah, 10 minutes to go, everyone. 10 minutes to go. All the cars are on the grid. The luminaries and celebrities have moved off the grid. So we're getting into the final parts of the race procedure. Charles Leclerc. Last 5 races. P4, P4, P5, DQ in Austin and a P3. The P3 being in Mexico, obviously, in the previous race. So, what can Charles Leclerc do here? How many people, by the way, how many people would love to see Charles Leclerc finish lap 1 in P1? Just let me know if you want to see that. Let me know if you want to see it. There's actually 9 minutes to go because we started that timer late, chat. There's 9 minutes to go. Let me just a sound check. Let me know how the sound is. Is the sound okay? Too loud? Too quiet? Alexandru Murisan saying minimum 3 safety cars. Josedino, the weather is very sunny there. Mivan saying it's night here in India, otherwise we might have ended up. Mivan, we can still get there. I believe in our very dedicated. It's very loud, isn't it? Chat, is that too loud? I believe in our very dedicated contingent of Indian viewers. Right, Fawoko wants to see it. Rory wants to see it. Superfly and Fawoko again wants to see it. Sounds good. Okay. Black says she wants to see it, but she doesn't think it's happening. Kathleen's reporting fireworks. Good to know. Captain National. Oh, people are saying too loud now. People are saying it's too loud. Well, hang on. Whoa. Okay, chat, this is very important. The screen is blurry. That's your internet connection, my friend. Amelie's back in the house. Okay, I'm just gonna wait. There we go. There we go. Black Tea is confirmed 8:30. Okay, got a nice little break. JD, that might be a little bit racist. A little racist comment there. The mods will be on that if so, and you will be punished accordingly. When we're doing a nations check, go on, let's do it right now. Let's do a nations check. We haven't done it. Let's do that. Let's get the nations in the house. Let's do it. People are saying the sound is great. Let's go. Hashtag nations. Let us know where in the world you're watching from. Random Thoughts Law video, you know that as well. Let us know, chat. Let's do the nations check. Let's do the nations check. For Woko from Italy, number 1 in there. Lucy P2 UK. Jacob Falk. Oh, P3 from Denmark. Josedino UK. Chai from Netherlands. Gnarly USA. Spivvy America. Rory South Africa. Theodore from the USA. Captain Nationality UK. Craig Croatia. Raj from India. Creepout from Nepal. Blacker Croatia. Goofy from China. Bebop Canada. Kate from UK. Noah from Mexico. Oh my goodness me. Professor from America. Vincent from Birmingham. I'm terribly sorry about that, Vincent. My condolences. Iako from Georgia. Dutch Lion from the Netherlands. Stevie B from the UK. Roshan from Sri Lanka. Phil with some good advice there. Amelie from Scotland. Christina from Poland. Where? Wow, hang on a second. Size X from UK. Beatrice from Portugal. Itzlin from Netherlands, aka Verstappen Land. Zhao Yi from China. Leslie Florent from St. Lucia in the Caribbean. Well, I bet that's a pleasant viewing experience. Garlic Peter from Switzerland. We've got Ayala from Puerto Rico. First F1 race I'm watching. Chat. Can we who should Ayala support? Ayala, let us know you're supporting or we give some help. Nana Bikoe from Ghana. Michael Vogel from Mississippi. Tracy South Africa. Hyamsi from US. Gabriel Bruni from Italy. Angelo Nisambi from Uganda, of course. Susie from UK. Sean from Australia. Jadento South Africa. Banner from UK. Mishek Daka from Zambia. Console Gamer from South Africa. Dirty C from Canada. Mivan Delhi. Who else have we got? Kati Uji from Netherlands. Kathleen from the UK. Fargification from India, Pranil South Africa, Mary Grace De Leon from Philippines, Captain from Accrington Stanley, Lush from Netherlands, JD Australia, Finton Ireland. Mark says inaccurate countdown timer is unacceptable. Good job, it's unacceptable. If it was unacceptable, that'd be bad. But I can take it being unacceptable.
Okay.
Cole says bye-bye. This Barbadang from Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso from not the west coast, because Burkina Faso is a landlocked country. But good to have Burkina Faso in the house. Joel Burgess saying Bridlington, Ranathor's India. Spleen Netherlands. Logan from the Gold Coast. Lucas from Nottingham. Joe is from Worcester. Your boy Game from Pakistan. X-Actor for India. Hakai from India. I tell you what, the subcontinent comes in absolutely clutch here. There we go. Ayala's between Ferrari and Mercedes. Chat, who should Ayala support? Let them know. Let them know. Ferrari, Mercedes. It's going to be tough in this race. I'll be honest, but respect it.
Let's get back in the ring now.
Blug says Lando better not have a bad start this time. Yes, indeed. Chat, there's only 4 minutes to go. 4 minutes to go. Shark in the house. Hello. I hope I'm having a good day. This is what the whole weekend builds for, chat. We build to this moment for the race. We follow the story. We follow the story. And the Aston Martins are profiting here from that bizarre end to Q3, I should say, on Friday when the session was reflected. Right, for a lot of Mercedes coming in here. Tito Hazes D'Souza saying Tito is getting the nerves. I do like a person who speaks about themselves in the third person. Banner says Mercedes. Miguel says Ferrari. Oh, okay, Ayala, you've read all that. Let us know who you're supporting in this race. Your first ever F1 race, and I do hope the first of many. Whether that's with or without us on this channel, I hope it's the start of a beautiful F1 journey. Rory says a weekend without motorsport is a wash weekend. Yes, indeed. I've done my bit, chat. I've already got my P1. I was on the podium. I've got my photos. By the way, whenever I go on a podium and I win, I'm always like this. I'm like... But when I'm like third, or like I'm off the podium, I'm like, oh, I wish when I'm on the podium, I'm like, yes! But I felt like I had a good car underneath me. So I wasn't like, yeah! But if we win the championship, chat, if we win the championship... There's going to be champagne, so if we win the championship, it's all good winning races. You've got to win races to win. Well, you don't have to, actually, but mathematically it tends to help. Miva says, do something, Kireth. We're fed up with watching Red Bull winning. I'll do my best, mate. Nice and shinny, yes, indeed. Chai says, as always, I'm here for the fun and the lap times. Yes, indeed. Running down the grid here. I'm going to join it late. Apologies. But we're going to start here with Albon in P13 and Ocon in P14 after taking a penalty for impeding in qualifying. Nico Hulkenberg in 11th and Kevin Magnussen in P12. So it's a Haas lockout there just outside top 10. Oscar Piastri starts way down in 10th and Sergio Perez in 9th. Those drivers could be making a move this race. And then we've got George Russell in 8th after taking a penalty and Carlos Sainz in P7. Getting close to the business end now is Lando Norris in P6, Lewis Hamilton in P5, and we've got a second row lockout from Aston Martin. Who would have thought it? Alonso in 4th and Lance Stroll in 3rd. And on the front row on the inside, but in 2nd, is Charles Leclerc. And on the outside, but in 1st, is going to be Max Verstappen. Can anyone stop Max on the way to the grid? Chat, the cars are almost ready to go on the formation lap, and this is where we have to check in. We're about to start, so please, please, please. A couple of checkpoints. If you haven't liked the stream, hit the like button now. It's completely free. It won't cost you anything, I promise. Hit the subscribe button as well. That's also completely free. And it means that we get to take this experience, hopefully, to the next level. So please, for me, hit that subscribe button. And also, if you can share the stream. Share the stream is absolutely huge. So hit that share button underneath right now. Click that share and just share it on your favourite platform on social media, which is a very old-fashioned word, whether that's Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. Share it. Feel free to tag me in because I'm on all those platforms, and let your mates know that this is where we're hanging out for the Brazilian 2023 Grand Prix. And We're about to see the mechanics move away from the cars. Yes, all the tyre warmers go. And the mechanics scurry away. Scurry away from the grid like rats. And we are left with 20 gleaming Formula 1 cars in formation. And I can see now a lot of soft tyres. I can see a lot of soft tyres on the grid here, everyone. Wow. Random, any chances we can hang out? Maybe. Isabel's flug says cute. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, so for Woko, Kireth, me, Aston Martin play a crucial game. Yes, the Aston Martins could do the Haas role of being the cork in the bottle. You don't want to get stuck behind some slippery Aston Martins, albeit the Astons have tended to do better on downfall circuits. We'll see. Speedy says, my first time ever to watch a live F1 race. Welcome to the party. Welcome to the party. Chai says it's all soft except Sargent. Sargent could be playing some 5D chess here. Could be 5D chess. Joe Mercedes with an update. Heading back on a West Midlands Railway Class 172. Good to know there, Joe. Keep the information coming. Amelie, who are you supporting? I want to see the Aston Martins cause carnage here. But we'll see. Elixir says Sargent is built different. That man, yeah, he's half man, half eagle. Badankadank is getting some sus vibes. Hakai, can F1 come back to India? Well, Formula E is... Oh! No! 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 Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Doing a good job so far.
Why do I wear this? Why do I wear this? Charles Leclerc has crashed on the formation lap. Charles Leclerc, I repeat, Charles Leclerc has crashed on the formation lap and he's broken his front wing. What have you done, Charles? This could be the end. This could be the end. This could be the start of the end. Oh no, he's pulling over. He's out. He's out. He's out. He's out. He's not going to start. What's happened here? Oh, oh my goodness me. Was he trying to test the brakes or something? He's warming up. A lot of people today in my race were warming up. Oh my! Wow, it looks very weird actually. Looks very weird. Hang on, it looks very... Oh, hang on a second. We might have a rear axle lock or something. That looked very unusual. That looked very unusual. This might be Ferrari strat rather than Charles Leclerc bottling it. But meanwhile, the race goes on. And the cars, by the way, are on the start. I'm going to call it as I see it. I'm going to call it as I see it, chat. I will join you on the standings. I'm going to call it as I see it. Okay? So... yes, you're ahead of me right now, but I'm going to let you know what I'm seeing. If that's okay. I'm going to let you know what I'm seeing as the cars... wow, big drama lining up. It's a Alfa Romeo at the back there of the grid. Here we go then. The man with the green flag walks across. 1 red light, 2 red lights, 3 red lights, 4 red lights, 5 red lights, and... we are going racing here at the 2023 Brazil Grand Prix. There's no one next to Max Verstappen. It's a farcical start and it's 4 wide before. Oh, big crash behind. Big crash behind. Loads of cars are out. Haas is out. And oh, there's a tyre off as well. There's a tyre off. And there was... oh, no. Lando. Did Piastri just crash into someone there? Huge switchback. I think Lando Norris has profited massively here. Lando Norris as a driver has profited. But are we going to see a safety car? Yes, safety car, safety car, safety car, everyone. Safety car. What on earth is happening here? Chat, this is the most dramatic start to a race we've seen all season. Oh my goodness, it was kind of... by the way, Oscar Piastri almost did an Ocon Alonso thing again out of turn 1. Piastri must have been so close to taking out someone there. So just to recap, Charles Leclerc is out of the race. He is retired. He didn't even make it to the grid. I wonder if this is going to be a red flag. No, but there's... Well, Magnussen's car's on fire. Is that Magnussen again? No, it's Hulken. Yes, Magnussen's car's on fire again. Same as Mexico. So 2 disastrous races for Magnussen. And it looks like Alex Albon's involved. Safety car through the pit lane. Yeah, safety car through the pit lane. But I wonder if they will therefore red flag it if they need to fix the barrier. If they need to fix the barrier... Oh, my... Alex Albon's back in the car. It's completely destroyed. And yes, he's lost the left rear tyre. So we could be looking at some very big damage here to the barrier. The start was ridiculous. Because Charles Leclerc didn't exist anymore, Lando Norris was able to get around the outside of the Aston. And Lewis Hamilton had a great start as well. But what on earth happened at the back there? What on earth happened? There is some damage to the barrier. And it might be Tech Pro. And if it's Tech Pro, we know what that means. That means we've... Ooh! I think Alex Albon was trying to go round the outside and just sort of ran out of space. I'm on board with Alex Albon. I'm on board with Alex. I'm on board with Albon. He goes around the outside of the Haas. Both Haas involved. I think it must have been Hulkenberg backed out. And as he backed out, he just must have touched Alex Albon. And that pushed Alex Albon into Magnussen. So both Haas involved there. Both Haas involved. Yes, red flag, everyone. Red flag. Get your red flag emojis out. As we predicted, it's red flag now. It's red flagged, and we're going to have some Tech Pro fun. Get your red emojis out, everyone. Get your red emojis out to signify to the chat that we are under red flag conditions. We are red flagged right now. Red flagged. I want to have a look at that Oscar Piastri moment again. But yeah, ridiculous grid because Charles Leclerc wasn't there. Hamilton went around the outside of his guy. So the Aston Martins both lost a place each. But it all kicked off behind. And there was a tyre. Oh my goodness me. The tyre hit... Oh! The tyre hit 2 cars. It hit Ricciardo's car quite hard. The carcass of the tyre... Is that rain? The carcass of the tyre came back and hit Ricciardo's car. But the tyre's basically destroyed. It's not the rim. It's not the whole wheel like we saw at the Indy 500 this year, which is very dangerous and people could have died. It's just the carcass. There we go. Red flag. Alexandra says 2 safety cars left out of 3 as promised. Well, you called it. You called it, didn't you? Oh, dearie me. We couldn't even get... How many cars out of the race? 3 cars out of the race. Charles Leclerc, Kevin Magnussen and Alex Albon. And the cars are now in the garages here. So, the cars are in the garages. We will start with another grid start. I think we will. Piastri's on the radio. Oh my... I need to see that onboard from Piastri. He's obviously lost a couple of positions, but could have been a lot worse. Colburn, might the red flag give Ferrari time to fix Leclerc's car? No, because he did not recover that car. So Leclerc retired that car. Leclerc's running now. Leclerc's running. Charles Leclerc's running. Hang on a second. Could Charles Leclerc be back in here? Could Charles Leclerc be back in the race? Have they completed a lap? If they haven't completed a lap... Chat, have they completed a lap here? Well, at the moment, yes, they have, under safety car. Under safety car, yes, they have. Ooh, it's you don't get walkarounds here, chat. You don't get walkarounds. It's not like NASCAR. It's not like NASCAR. So Charles Leclerc can't Oh, can he unlap himself? No. If they started on the safety car, he'd unlap himself. Oh, chat, what do we think about this? Chat, what do we... Let's get our thinking caps out. Chat, what do we think? Joe Mercedes saying Leclerc is going to rejoin. But they don't have a spare car. There's no spare cars anymore. I cannot see how Charles Leclerc rejoins this race. I can't see... let alone whether it's a good thing to do or not. I don't see how it's possible. Evie's just joined. Evie, oh my goodness me. Everything's happened. Everything. Isabel Plug, he can unlap himself. Rejoining is possible. Perez did it. He can catch up on the formation lap. Be some flicking through rule books right now. I bet that. Yeah, but there was a hydraulics... Oh, no. Well, Charles Leclerc's car is on a grass verge somewhere. And he stood by it. Unless he thinks he can now drive that back. Should he have tried to get that car back to the pits, Charles Leclerc? Because if Charles Leclerc had got that car back to the pits... Oh, dear. What a drama here. Black says, mind the language, please. Thank you. Yes, indeed. C predicted one shunt, but not this mess. Why there are no more spare cars in Formula 1 to keep costs down. And in Formula E, they actually share spare cars. And when I was in Rome last year, there were so many crashes, they actually ran out of spare cars. And I think the teams had to, like... it got political behind the scenes as to who got the spare car. Sainz, they're going to give him Don Carlos Sainz's car. I don't know. Morrissey, next safety car, he can unlap. Goodness me, can you imagine if Charles Leclerc... if Charles Leclerc comes back in this... And there is another safety car, and he unlaps himself, and he gets back on the lead lap. Goodness me. What is that light on your right? I don't know. Fuwoko says the hydraulics are okay. Chat, can someone actually read the rulebook here and let me know, or let us know? Luke says, surely Charles can't drive that. Charles needs to get that off the grassy verge and just get it back to the pit. In fact, I don't know why he didn't try. Anyway. Oh, no, Charles is walking back now. He's still got the helmet on. Charles Leclerc is walking... Charles Leclerc is on the move. We've got a helicopter on Charles Leclerc. He's on the move. That car is just the other side of the pit lane, really. Carlos Sainz is confused. I mean, what is going on here? What is going on? Lisa Zara, is Piastri good? No, Piastri was not happy. Piastri was not happy. BMX wants Norris to get his first win. Well, we will see what happens here, because now Lando, who possibly got a better start than Verstappen, last one, is starting alongside. It's absolute chaos here. There's a lot of mechanics trying to explain stuff to drivers. Daniel Ricciardo doesn't agree with something that he's been explained by his. Charles Leclerc is coming back to the car. Charles Leclerc is running back up the hill. Charles Leclerc runs back up the hill and he's looking for his car. He's still got the helmet on. Charles Leclerc goes back up the hill. Is he going to go down the hill again now? What is he doing? Welcome, Keith Erling. It's good to have you on board. Katie's predicting a first win for Lando. Yeah, I thought it's a rear axle lockup. I've been involved when my rear axle was locked up. So I've been in that, and you can't. If you lock up the rear axle on purpose and you're able to unlock it, you can do that to get some fun rotation. You can lock it and unlock it. But if it locks and you're not expecting it, and then you can't, it's game over. I mean, it's literally game over if the axle locked. I feel this is better than the Three Stooges. It's the Four Stooges. Matt Cash, what happened? I heard some people use their banana. Yeah, blue shells coming out. Isabel Perflux saying it's absolute chaos. Budgie Friend saying it's a sad start from a Dane's point of view. Yeah, Kevin Magson out. Yuki Snowder's being explained some stuff now as well. Is it going in? I don't know. Some very... Daniel Ricciardo is trying to clarify something here with his mechanics. I think they might be trying to work out what the order is going to be. Meanwhile, Carlos Sainz has got his gloves off and his helmet off. Don't tell me Carlos Sainz has had to retire or something. What's Carlos Sainz doing here? Just absolutely chilling. Josh Hill petition to replace David Croft with Kireth. We can try it. New game. One thing of Hamilton, I think it's a great musical. Liam, Spa 98 vibes. Charles Leclerc, still helmet on, waves to the crowd, and he goes like this to the mechanics. I think I know what's happened. I think the mechanics have deactivated Charles Leclerc's car or pulled the clutch out or something, and he cannot restart. And Charles Leclerc is saying, why did you do that? But Charles, you should have tried everything to get that car back to the grid, I think. And if it wasn't fixable there, well, if it couldn't get back, Sergio Perez having a discussion with his engineer. Welcome to Stilo de Doom and Norbetas Barnacas. How many laps do they complete? It's saying 3 laps. It's saying 3 laps. By the way, it's just chaos now. It's absolute chaos. But Oscar Piastri's car is in bits. How that works with part of Fermi, I don't understand. But Piastri's car doesn't have anything on it at the moment. It's in bits. Mechanics turn the car engine off. And it's impossible to restart. Laku, what happens in field practice? A lot has happened, Laku. A lot has happened. You might have to scroll up the chat, or just watch the first lap again on this stream. Tamas, what on with Charles Leclerc? Well, he's out of the race, frankly. Lucy says full lap 0, but 3 behind the safety. That's why. If it's 3 behind the safety car, I don't see how Charles Leclerc gains anything by rejoining this. No, it's me, mine. Just try not to be late next time. Try not to be late next time. Hacker says, a person who gave me a free membership in this channel, can he give a loan to Ferrari? Well, maybe it will be needed. Potato says, they're sabotaging Leclerc. Do we think the marshals there have sabotaged Charles Leclerc? He was not happy with the marshal, and I think he'll look back at that and regret it. Meanwhile, yeah, that crash, Nico Hulkenberg's car must have a lot of damage as well. In fact, it looks like he might have some sort of steering damage. So Nico Hulkenberg, I'm on board here with Esteban Ocon, who was starting lower down because of that grid dot. What was going on with Ocon here? Ocon was behind Albon, and did he get a tyre in the face? No, he didn't, luckily, and he's got the halo. So Ocon just about survived there. And now I'm on board with Daniel Ricciardo. Daniel Ricciardo on the AlphaTauri row. He did get collected by the tyre, didn't he? So it all kicked off on the outside. Ricciardo stayed in the middle. And the tyre, oh my goodness, just missed his head. And sort of nestled on the rear wing for it. Have a look here at Lando's start. Lando's start was a rocket. And for some reason, Fernando Alonso did not go defensive on the inside. Fernando Alonso could have held that position quite handily if he'd just gone defensive, but he decided not to. And Lando gained quite a few positions there. Lewis Hamilton, by the way, moved just before the start. I don't know if that's going to be investigated, but I've just seen here, Lewis Hamilton moved slightly just before the start. Now, I believe they do have a tolerance, but will Lewis Hamilton be under investigation here for a false start? Lance Stroll. How did it go for Strolly? Again, he didn't really defend against Hamilton. But if you defend too much, you end up with the Alex Albon situation. You put someone in the wall. Or you make contact. Yeah, so Lance Stroll just slotted in behind Fernando Alonso there. Kireth and Piastri super unlucky to be collected by K-Mag. Yes, indeed. I'm on board now with Sergio Perez, who had a very good start. Got past Carlos Sainz. Does he go up the inside of George Russell as well? This is ahead of all the carnage. Perez up the inside of Russell. It is side by side. Oh, Perez, take a bow. But George Russell hangs it round the outside. So Perez and Russell having a great battle there. No, the map's not lagging. Everyone's in the pits. We're on the red flag conditions. We're on the red flag conditions, everyone. This is red flag. Any idea of the restart time? I haven't seen. I suspect there's damage to the Tech Pro. I have a video coming on how Tech Pro barriers work and what happens when they need to be replaced. But there we go. Now, was there some fun and games under the safety car? There might have been some fun. Fernando Alonso shaking his head at something here. So Fernando Alonso not happy about something. And Charles Leclerc, helmet off now. Red flag. Back in the day, he would have jogged back to the Ferrari garage where his gleaming third car would have been. And he would have got back in the race. But those days are gone, everyone. With cost caps and restrictions and everything. Lewis Hamilton's got his headphones on. Getting some intel. Daniel Ricciardo is still trying to understand what's going on. Professor, one of the Haas is probably responsible. It might be the Haas that backed out. And the way they backed out, they didn't do it. They might have just wobbled a bit. I don't think you can blame Alex Albon there as he was completing an overtake. Joe Joy, when is the race restart? I don't know. Florence says, hope he's all right. Yes. I don't know who we're talking about, but I hope whoever they are is okay. How is Stroll in P5? Well, he just avoided all the carnage. Hydraulics issue. Does anyone remember Monaco? Anyone remember Monaco 2021 when Charles Leclerc crashed? Charles Leclerc had a gearbox issue on the way to the grid. Anyone remember that? That was big drama. Doom, how long to the restart? I don't know. I'm literally not the FIA. No, well, what do you think of Mercedes straight line speed? Are they going to get they're going to get battered on straight line speed? I think unless now they can actually change something. Oh my goodness, it's a very big impact there for Alex Albon. Very big impact on the front left, and then impact on the side and the rear of the car. And you know what's happened? It's torn away all of the Tech Pro. Yeah, they didn't change the gearbox after his... He did a pole lap where he hit the barrier on his pole lap. And they decided not to change the gearbox because he would have got a grid penalty. And then as he went to the grid, they discovered that the gearbox was broken. So that's kind of peak Ferrari right there. Vander says, don't make joke. No joking about goatee in the chat. Stop it, everyone. Lucy remembers Monaco drama. And then I was in Monaco last year when Sergio Perez controversially binned it after getting pole. And no one seemed to speak about it. For me, it's unfair since Perez could join back because Perez got his car back to the pits. It's as simple as that. You leave your car by the side of the road, you're done. Evie saw a double rainbow today, so I'm hoping it was a sign of first win for Lando. I mean, that could be a double rainbow for anyone. But I'm glad you interpret it in that way, Evie. And here's hoping for a Lando Norris good result here. There we go. Keristan's got the summary. Can I pin that, Keristan? By the way, if people want to do summaries throughout the stream, just tag me and do summary, and we'll pin them like that. We'll pin. How about that? Look at that. Bet the other streamers don't do that. That's adding value right there. Mark, I would have thought if it red flagged for first lap completed a restart, it wasn't red flagged. That they put the safety car out. They put the safety car out. I called it. I said I think this is going to be a red flag because they'll need to fix the Tech Pro. But controversially, they put the safety car out. If they hadn't put the safety car out and they'd red flagged it, as you say, on the first lap, that lap would not have been completed. And I wonder if Charles Leclerc, or that we're getting into the rule book here, if Charles Leclerc could have got that car recovered, would he have recovered back to P2? Didn't Sebastian Vettel do something like this? Didn't Sebastian Vettel crash on a... And didn't Max Verstappen crash once on a formation lap? Didn't that happen? Reno, hey Kireth, any thoughts on track limit penalties? Well, I can tell you, in my racing, every time I go over the start-finish line, we have electronic boards, and I see, like, track limit warning, number 141, 143, 145, like, track limits are a part of motorsport. I think at the highest level, you just think the drivers are good enough not to have to exceed them. At my level, everyone's messing around with track limits. Bye, Sammy. Good to see you. Do drivers go back to pole lap? No, I don't think they do. Well, this is the thing. Unless there's a rule that if you have a red flag within the first 3 laps, do you go back? Because that does happen sometimes in some formulas. Priya should have pinned my comment. If you want me to pin your comment, you've got to call it out. Restart in 10 minutes. Try saying restart in 10 minutes, chat. Restart in 10 minutes. And I think we should use the opportunity to make sure we've all hit the like button. Hit that like button if you're enjoying the stream. And please subscribe if you want to see more streams like this. If you want to see me race for real, racing for real and in sim racing, then hit that subscribe button. Let's get up to 67,100. Let's do it. A grid start. I'd be amazed if it's not a grid start. Sophia says, I can't see because I lost your comment, Sophia. I've lost your comment. But I'm happy for you or I'm disappointed. Lucy Chaya, have they said how the restart will go? I'm keeping an eye on it. I can't see here. Colburn Coulthard once had a single car accident formation. Sounds like David. Sandy says Max crashed in Hungarian GP during the formation lap, but he still made it to his grid box. Aliyah says, I really thought Charles could win. Aliyah, I really hope you didn't end up supporting Ferrari there. I hope you didn't end up supporting Ferrari, because that's a tough break. Moisty, how much was your Mick G? I think it was about £200. It's Mick. I think it was about £200. Kireth, what's the worst car you've ever driven? When I was in the USA recently in Las Vegas, I drove a Cadillac. Deary me. Deary me. Do make some bad cars over there. Chia saying Piastri also looks to be out. Goodness me, is Piastri out? Is Piastri out? Don't tell me Piastri's out, everyone. Don't tell me Piastri's out. Sophia says, I asked why didn't they wait for Leclerc before starting the race? Well, the show must go on. The show, we can't hang about. I had something like that last week where someone on my formation lap spun out and they were told, you go to the back of the grid. You go to the back. You spin out on the formation lap. Your penalty is you now start at the back. That's your punishment. What Charles Leclerc could have done is stop, and I think this is what Michael Schumacher would have done back in the day in the Ferrari. He would have stopped on the track. Do we agree? Schumacher would have said, this show is about me. This is my world. Everyone else is, part of it. I'm going to stop on the track. Right? That's some of the dark arts. Charles Leclerc just immediately zoomed off and went into a lay-by. In fact, I might be having... Oh no, Charles Leclerc is already giving interviews. So... Nico Rosberg, he would have stopped on the track. I've got to name some drivers that aren't German here, otherwise it looks like I'm just hating on German drivers. Alan Prost. Alan Prost would have stopped on track. Lou says, my dad had a British racing Lando. Let us know your worst cars you've ever had in the chat. Sophia says, Dub Schumacher. Dale, where will Ricciardo finish today? We will see. He looks a bit confused as to what's going on. He looks a bit confused as to what's going on. Kenboy Phelan watching from Kenya. Good to have you in the chat there. Sophie Williams, what is Yuki doing in the middle of the grid? He's just chilling. He's just chilling. He's just chilling. Phil says Schumi would definitely do that. He was just ruthless. Yeah, that's what I think. Michael Welch says, not all USA cars are bad. Yeah, I want to drive a Corvette C8 next time I'm out there. Isabel Flug says, bless Daniel, everyone's confused. Famalam, how's my boy Guan Yu Zhou doing? He's down in P13. Right, race will start in 5 minutes. The race will recommence in 5 minutes. Vincent had an Austin Allegro. Wasn't that the car that was more aerodynamic backwards? You're better off driving it backwards. Vedant says Suzuki Espresso. Joseph Dino's had a Renault Kadjar. Oh dear, that's a recent one. Rory Golf Mark 1. I bet a Golf Mark 1 is worth some money now though. Morrissey would have stopped on the track. Stenjan says, love you, bro. Yeah, unfortunately, Charles Leclerc has had an incident. Richard had a Fiat Uno. Signal had a Range Rover. You just trying to flex here, my guy. He's got a Triumph TR7. Don't know what that was, but it doesn't sound very reliable. And Liam Cornell says his Fiat Cinquecento Sporting. Is that the Fiat with the flappy... Not flappy. The headlights? Alex Albon is out. Yeah, I don't know why I'm surprised. He's just chilling in his tracksuits now. I was like, why is he chilling in his tracksuit? It's because he's out. He's having a laugh about it, though. He's having a laugh about it. Leclerc never gets a break. Can you change the wing on a red flag? Yes. Okay, as we found out in Mexico, you can basically change everything. Basically change everything. See, my G... Hang on, HiMC's got a G-Wagon. HiMC, you rolling around in the G-Wagon. Goodness me, I saw one at the Gran Turismo World Series, and it's a very nice place to be. Harry's got a Chevrolet Lacetti, otherwise known as a Daewoo Lacetti, right? Let's keep the chat clean. Yep, that's what it means. Sorry, when is Alonso's 33rd? I can't believe Alonso's only got 33 wins. Sophie Williams says, hi from the Netherlands. Hello to the Netherlands. That's why I saw the G-Wagon. Chat, does everyone know that I'm in the Gran Turismo movie? Have I mentioned that? Have I mentioned that I'm in the Gran Turismo movie and I went to the premiere of the movie in Amsterdam? God damn, that was cool. That's probably the coolest thing. Is that my coolest fact? That might be my coolest fact. Karasat says they're putting tyres on Piastri's car. Lisa Dugan, yes, it is a red flag. It is a red flag. Oh yeah, sorry, that's Tsunoda. Just ignore that Tsunoda there. I don't know why that stopped there. Aliyah says, Charles said this situation is completely different to the one that Sainz had in Mexico. Okay. Good to know. Tahir said a Peugeot. Tahir, I won't have any bad words said about Peugeots in this chat. Take it back. Liam had the car from the In-Betweeners. What with the red door? Yes, please do hit that like button. I wasn't in the crowd. I was a driver. I was a driver.
Okay, understood.
Vedant, why is Mercedes slow this time? People think they got their setup wrong. People think... Right, Shire says Piastri and Ricciardo starting from the pits. Now, it's a very controversial rule, but Formula 1 have introduced this rule where if you have a safety car and then a red flag on lap 3, all Australian drivers have to start from the pit lane. How on earth that ends up in the rule book, I don't know, but Obviously, that's the rule that we're following here. So all Australian drivers, please start from the pit lane. Alexander is calling... You know what they say? Safety cars breed safety cars. That's how safety cars are made. Zhao Yu had a Kia Superb, Dale Shrub, and Nissan Bluebird. Nice. Liam has had several Peugeots. Is that because of the reliability issues? I had a puncture on my Peugeot today, or a flat. I had a low pressure warning on my tyre. I had to inflate my tyre. So I thought that was going to be more exciting than it was. It wasn't very exciting. People said living the dream. Working to JP van der Merwe in South Africa. Fafner says blatant Ozophobia. Yes, indeed. Vander says it's a clear dub. It is a clear dub for us. Budgie friend has hit the like button. Love to hear it. Love to hear it. They won't be a lap down. They won't. Why would they be a lap down? Unless they bought. Oh, Verstappen on the move. Okay, right, chat. I just want to take this opportunity. I'm going to restart the sim. I'm going to resync the sim. I'm going to resync the sim because then we might be able to get this sim running to the end if I get this right. So I'm going to resync the sim here. You can see they're coming out of the pit lane and they are going to form up on the grid, I believe. Yeah, I got a low pressure warning and I had low fuel. It wasn't my day, put it like that. It was not my day. And then I went to fill up and the fuel pump wasn't working. And I went inside and I said, oh, is your fuel pump working? The guy was like, yeah, it's working. And I went back and then it worked. And I looked really stupid. And then I went to fill up. I went to the air place at the petrol station, and I ran over the vacuum. I ran over the vacuum bit that someone left out. So I had to drop, and then I ran over it again. Anyway, enough about me. Andy Axon says 3. Okay, good for you, Andy Axon. Right, there we go. Piastri and Ricciardo are at the back of the grid. Chat, does anyone know? Yeah, completely Ferrari strike. And I was in the Shell. I was in the Shell garage as well. I should have put the V-Power in. I should have put the V-Power in. But not made of money. One day I'm going to put V-Power in. Chat, it cost me £70 to fill up my car. £70 to fill the tank. Signal, greetings to Ghana. Welcome, Signal, to Ghana. Yes, you made it in time for the restart. Now, chat, I'm going to call it as I see it. I will call it as I see it. But you will be ahead of me here with your standings as well. I did that after the race. I had the trophy in the boot. Ricciardo and Piastri out? What? No, they're just a lap behind, aren't they? They're just a lap behind, unless they couldn't fix it. I'm on board with Ricciardo now. Is that because the tyre, Alex Albon's tyre, might have hit him? No news, no one saw the Hamilton false start. No one reported it. Alright, stop boasting, Lincoln. Sophia, do you think Stroll gets too much hate? I think he does get too much hate, but I often am part of the pile-in, so I'm a bit hypocritical there. What's that? Max's car won't go into gear? Haven't heard that. Right, chat, I'm going to call it as I see it. Chat. So you're going to be ahead of it. You're going to be ahead of me here. I'm going to call it as I see it. So bear with me. Right, here we go. Lando stalks Max Verstappen and will now take the P2 grid slot. So Lando is ominously on the inside here as I see it. I'm going to call it as I see it. Everyone. I haven't made that clear. Are the Aston Martins going to go back even further? We will see. Yes, Daniel Ricciardo and Piastri pull in. Is that because they're starting from the pit lane because they have essentially broken parc fermé conditions? That could be what I'm seeing here. I don't know, but that could be what I'm seeing. So we will see. Where do the McLarens go? I believe they've gone past their pit box. So I think that's what's happening. That's logically what I would assume. Right, 1 red light, 2 red light, ready for the restart. 3 red lights, 4 red lights, 5 red lights. And we are going again at Brazil. Lando with a good start, but it's not as good as Max Verstappen. In fact, Lewis Hamilton is going to try and go around the outside. Hamilton locks up, but can he go around the outside of Lando? No, he can't. filters back in. It's Lando still in P2. Then Hamilton, and then it is Fernando Alonso. I think Lance Stroll's lost out. Fernando's going to try and get up the inside of Hamilton. Hamilton doesn't really defend. Lewis, you have to defend, man. Stop leaving the door open. It's very frustrating to watch. Hamilton just did a half-assed defend, and Fernando Alonso was like, I'll have that, thank you very much. Now Hamilton's going to try and go around the outside. He's going to find that he's got the widest Aston Martin in history ahead of him. Zero IQ there from Lewis Hamilton. I have to say, you have to defend that, Lewis, on the first lap. Meanwhile, Lance Stroll is just getting absolutely mauled here. He's really going backwards. As the Alpines start to come through as well in formation. Carlos Sainz is in the wars here. The sole remaining Ferrari, as I'm seeing the cars go around Juncal. DRS won't be open. That's Yuki Tsunoda. Oh, almost made contact with one of the Alpines. And then Alpines. Oh, Yuki Tsunoda gets on the grass on the exit of Juncal and will lose the position. Careful, 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 Yuki. That was driver error there. And we have a Haas absolutely following Yuki Tsunoda here over the start finish. It's carnage in the midfield. It feels like a sprint race right now. And Lance Stroll defends heavily from Carlos Sainz. Meanwhile, Sergio Perez has got ahead of both Sainz and Lance Stroll. Next up for Perez will be George Russell, by the way. Carlos Sainz, lap 1 incident involving Albon and Magnussen reviewed, and no further investigation. Racing instant there. Racing instant. Rayhan, who am I rooting for now? I just don't know. So Verstappen with the fastest lap. Is he going to eke out a gap here? We could be looking at a 2 or a 3 stop race. So there are going to be pit stops here because you want to be on the soft tyre. You want to be on the soft tyre here. Look at Valtteri Bottas with the fast sector 3. Getting some hefty slipstream, no doubt. Hope they turn on the boost for the Australians. Are Ricciardo and Piastri on track? Chat, I don't think... Yes, they are on my screen, but where are Ricciardo and Piastri? Where are Ricciardo and Piastri, everyone? They're 1 lap down, and Piastri's on the mediums. Chat, well, where is Daniel Ricciardo and where is Oscar Piastri? Can you let me know here? Are they setting lap times? I mean, Ricciardo is setting a faster lap time than most of the cars ahead of him. So I'm assuming that they're running in clear air, and they're just not being picked up by the stats here. What lap is this, Sarah House? Oh my god. Sarah Al Hassawi says it's lap... Well, the thing's broken. It's lap 6. It's lap 6. DRS has been enabled here. Joe says they're a lap down. Is that because they boxed earlier? Ross says, let's work together. I won't attack in these early laps. Thank you so much, George Russell, for being so gracious there. Saying, I shall not attack. George Russell confirming. Lucy saying, Papaya Army. Wow, Lando Norris takes 6/10 out of Max Verstappen there. Is that a mistake for Verstappen? Does Lando have the pace? He's going to be in DRS now. Keep an eye on Lando. Keep an eye on Lando. Surely you can't do this. Lando Norris, the man on the move. Keep an eye on Lando Norris here. Welcome, Gary Laster. By the way, if you're not subscribed, if you're not liked, hit those buttons now. Smash the buttons all over the place. For me, I personally appreciate it. I personally appreciate it. Josie saying Mercedes got no pace, so that's what we saw in the sprint. In fact, Fernando Alonso is well up there. Yeah, Hamilton didn't really defend, and then he tried to defend again, but it was too late. Alonso had got up the inside. So, but maybe Fernando... Maybe Nando's got pace. Does Nando have pace here? Where's the DRS sections? We have DRS on the main straight, and the straight following that, the straight following the Senna S. C hopes Nando podiums today. Noah says, let's go Lando Super Samurai. Bebot says McLaren might have as much pace as Red Bull with Nando at the wheel. Well, Nando's not in the McLaren. Oh my goodness me, look how close Lando Norris is here. Chat, Lando Norris is going to give this both barrels. We could finally be seeing a battle for the lead of a Grand Prix involving Max Verstappen on pure pace. Go on, Lando. Go on, Lando. Go on, Lando. Have you done it? Have you done it? Have you done it? Are they going to crash out? No, he hasn't quite done it, it seems. Lando Norris in the slipstream with the DRS. He's all over Max Verstappen. Chat, if you support McLaren, you support Lando, put that papaya in the chat. Put the papaya in the chat. Jacob says, is this real? Yes. I am real, confirmed. Lando here. Look at that sector one time. as he had the DRS. And is he going to be within striking distance? Lando, you've got to keep it up. I'm having a look here. Lando was so close through the S's. He was so close. And then he had the DRS open. And he had the overspeed. Oh my goodness, he's 10 kph faster. 20 kph faster than Max Verstappen, but couldn't quite get it done. But now, was it a mistake from Lando? Has he dropped off? Has he dropped off? Joe saying Verstappen's coming. Here come the Papaya Army in the chat. Here come the Papaya Army. Albion, since Ferrari's out, McLaren's in Alpine. I don't know how Carlos Sainz feel about that. But there we go. Issue problem for Lando Norris now. Because he's dropped out of the slipstream. Problem for Lando. And then it's Nando after him as well. Katie Ingram says Papaya Papia. Yes, indeed. Devendra Node out of DRS. Anna says, let's go Lando. Who's supporting Lando Norris? Evidikvi is supporting Lando. And Sarah Al-Hassawi. And Matthew Wolfenden. And Krista. But I have to say, Fernando Alonso, we could be looking at some Nando on Lando action here. If that's your sort of thing. If that floats your boat, this could be what's about to happen. Because, goodness me, Nando has just taken 6 seconds out of Lando Norris here. 6 tenths. So it must have been a mistake for Lando Norris somewhere, surely. Fido says, let's go Lando. Vlak has swung Lando, as is Lisa Zara and Vidan. There's a lot of Lando supporters here. We can't see Piastri and Ricciardo on the map, I'm afraid. We cannot see them on the map, I'm afraid. Having a look here on Lando, did he make a mistake? I think he might have made a mistake and I haven't seen it. I've missed the news there. But here we go. It's almost even gaps in top 3. The Mercedes, as we predicted, are falling backwards. I wonder if the Alpines are going to be teams to watch here. Maybe the Alpines are going to be able to get through. There's going to be a Mercedes bottleneck one way or another. Florence says, come on, Lando. Devendra says, let's go Fernando. So we got a Professor wants Fernando. That's just too confusing. Gary says, doing it for Dale. Now, I have to say, sorry all of the Lando fans in the chat, but this is too difficult, man. Sorry to all the Norris fans in the chat, but Fernando Alonso is catching Lando Norris fast. Russell on the radio, I'm having to push too hard in 10 and 12. Either I need to overtake. So Russell isn't happy following Lewis Hamilton. His grace period has expired. The grace period is over. So George Russell says, now, sorry, you need to let me through here. George Russell thinks he has the pace. Welcome to Dartfire, Matthew, Jacob, Danny Durham. Become a pro and join the community and subscribe. You automatically become just more knowledgeable about Formula 1. And there it says, bro, stop saying Lando, just say Nando. Okay, we'll do. Michelle Welch says, Russell is a wimpy boy. Well, what's going to happen here? Russell got a significant amount of pressure on his 6 here. It has to be said. And Sergio Perez could force the issue, perhaps. Lewis King George is faster than you. Isabel Flug has made us a laptop very nice. Sweater says, come on, Lando. Come on, Lando. Why have Ricciardo and Piastri been that? I assume they pitted before the red flag, which is why Ricciardo was so confused in the pits. Harry Boy says, Hamilton, time to retire. You're an embarrassment. Okay, let's go to Hamilton. Hamilton might retire mid-race here. He might retire because despite being a 7 times world champion, he's an embarrassment. There we go. Budgie French already subscribed. Welcome Funky Monkey in the house as well. The funkiest of monkeys keeping Overwatch on the chat. Cliff, today I'm with Lando. Let's see. Hamilton's not having a good day. No, he isn't. Not a good one for the hamster. Although he has broken out of gap here. He might break out of DRS. Maybe he's heard us. Maybe he's heard us in chat here. Yeah, Chaya says confirmed. Piastri and Ricciardo pitted during the yellow flag. Should they have waited for the red flag? In hindsight, yes, but I probably would have rated because I didn't see how that was not going to be a red flag. It was going to take so long to recover those cars. Unless you're going to sit behind a safety car, it just seems easy to red flag it. Do you think Norris I think Norris... Well, let's see what happens here with strap and tyres. Because, remember, Hamilton's drop back in. Every driver has to use 2 different compounds of tyre. Okay? and pretty much everyone right now is on the soft tyre. So that means drivers are going to have to use the mediums for a part of this race, and some drivers might be a lot better on that than the others, so we will see. Evie says, come on, Lando, Bebop, Sainz in DRS on Stroll. Yeah, Carlos Sainz, did I say Sainz? Carlos Sainz has to get past Lance Stroll here, really. Lisa, where's Carlos? He's just behind Lance Stroll. And Isabel plugs in. I think that's what people say. People say Mercedes messed it up. They've gone too high downforce here, and it's hurting them on the straight.
This is my pace.
Adil says, shout out Ahmed Akib. There you go. Larissa Gil Siqueira Santos says, hello, guys. Hello to Larissa Gil Siqueira Santos. Good to have you in the stream. George Russell under significant pressure now from Sergio Perez, but I'm surprised we're not seeing more overtakes here. I'm surprised we're not seeing Carlos get past Lance Stroll. I'm surprised. Look at Lando. Oh my goodness, we need to change these names. Look at Fernando Alonso. All over soon Lando Norris. That gap, I think I've overhyped that a little bit. It looked closer than it was. Thank you, JS Prue Book. Thank you for commentating. You're doing awesome. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, my friend. Dave B916. It's time Hamilton cut their losses, ditched Hamilton and bought Lando. We'll see. 10 minutes a bit late, but being interposed, his pain as always. Yes, indeed. Mark, Lando was using completely different rookie go-kart lines while following Max. Are you saying it in a nice way or a bad way? Lana Banana, Fernando is faster than you. Yes, indeed. And all aboard the Hamilton train. All aboard the Hamilton Express. It's a commuter one. Jose Heroni, mate, welcome from Texas. Vlad Flair, to call a 7-time world champion embarrassment means you have no idea about F1 at all. It's more likely to win the lotto 5 times during your life than even make it to F1. Vlad, come in with the stats here. Phil says, I will miss seeing Kireth on YouTube when the BBC hires me. We could do this on the BBC page. We could do it on the BBC. I'd have to do a BBC accent, though. Lee says F1 is boring with Verstappen. Well, this is not going to be a boring race because Lando Norris only 2.5 seconds behind, and Lando could be managing a pace here where he wants to go long or go short or do something funky. Lando could try and undercut Verstappen and force Verstappen onto a weird strategy here. Black says Kireth will never abandon us. I've been here. I've been here for days. Devendra Patap has noted, yes, Perez has got ahead. Goodness me, Sergio Perez has got ahead of George Russell before Carlos Sainz has got ahead of Stroll. So, Hamilton, you're about to have an angry Sergio Perez on your 6. How do you like that? Is Sergio Perez going to come second in this Grand Prix? Is that what's going to happen? Kathleen says we're on lap 14. On lap 14. Ricardo passes Piastri for 16th. Yeah, I can see that just there. How many times can Ferrari self-implode? We will see. Russ on the radio. Are we working together or are we just doing our own thing? We're still discussing. Esteban Ocon pits. Okay, Esteban Ocon's had enough. This is going to precipitate, I predict, a number of pit stops in the midfield. Anyone Esteban Ocon is in danger of undercutting will have to pit now. Now, who is that? Is that Carlos Sainz? Is Carlos Sainz going to be in danger? Is Lance Stroll? Otherwise, they're going to be undercut here by Esteban Ocon. Joey says, kind of like to stream before the Hamilton slander. So people have slandered Hamilton in my chat, and now I bear the brunt. Goodness me, chat! I've been absolutely skewered here. Isabel Flagg, Hamilton is just trying to get through the season. He said he's counting down the days until he gets to drive the W15. We will see. Not something I've personally heard, but there we go. Sophia with some very hot allegations there. Sophia, we don't want to get sued. We do not want to get sued. So let's just... But that is very hot allegations there. Wow. Right, okay. Who's going to pit this lap? Who is afraid of Esteban Ocon? If you're afraid of Esteban Ocon, then pit now. And it turns out no one's afraid. They're all calling Ocon's bluff. Addyboy says, when will Danny and Piastri appear on the map? When they... Oh my goodness me. George Russell almost ran into back of Sergio Perez after Perez had Guan Yu Zhou boxes. So Guan Yu Zhou says, that's it, I'm out. Gets out of the fire and goes into the box. Is he going to come out ahead or behind of Esteban Ocon? Well, there's a shortcut you do on the pit exit, but Ocon is going to be significantly ahead. By the way, have a look how long the pit exit here. Can you see on the map? It's a really long pit exit here. Isabel Flux says, please don't move to the BBC. Well, we'll do BBC and then we'll do RTL. We'll license out the rights on a jurisdictional basis. Hadi is hoping for a P2 finish for Hamilton. I don't know how to break it to you, but I don't think that's going to happen here. Alexi saying Hamilton's going to finish outside the points. Well, we will see. Budgie friends, give the tribalism a break. Yeah, everyone, let's ease off on the tribalism. That's what we'll come together here. So who else is going to pit here in the midfield? And Sergio Perez is going to go for Hamilton, and that Mercedes is so slow in a straight line, and Hamilton doesn't like to defend, but Sergio Perez cannot get past. Sonoda might be in. Nope. Sargent in. Nope. What about Nico Hulkenberg? Are you going to be in, sir? No, you are not. So everyone else stays out, and Sergio Perez still cannot get past. It was Hamilton. Welcome to Amy, Samuel, Eddie Johnson, Metty, and William Darsfield. Kishan says, I think Hamilton will overtake Fernando. I'm not sure about that. I mean, Fernando Alonso, by the way, on course will be a very, very, very highly celebrated podium. I mean, how many people, be honest, put Fernando Alonso in your top 3 when we asked at the beginning of the race? I didn't. JS Spirit says driver of the day has to be Alonso. So far, how can the driver of the day not be Alonso? You let me know. C says, welcome to the new subs. Yes, indeed. Right, here we go. Sergio Perez, can you get past Hamilton this time? Is anyone in the top 3 going to go early? Show their cards early. Let's see. Jose Hieronymo saying Perez doing real good. Pranel predicting Perez will overtake Hamilton by lap 39. I think it's going to be a lot quicker than that, I have to say. I'm having a look here of Oscar Piastri getting back past Daniel Ricciardo. So those two, the Australians having a fun a lap down. And Sergio Perez still... Oh, looked like they were very close. Might be side by side. Essentially... Oh, and Sergio Perez gets past. Sergio Perez gets past Hamilton there. Can Hamilton come back? Can Hamilton come back? Oh, we saw this in the sprint race. Hamilton went past Perez, but then Perez came back. Was there a big crash? There was at the beginning. Logan Sargent is in the pits. Bebop says, as an Aston Martin fan, I approve the clairvoyance. So steady on in the clairvoyance in the chat there. And look at the midfield here. Perez, Hamilton, Russell, Stroll, Carlos Sainz, Pierre Gasly, and then Esteban Ocon. Has Ocon gone on a 2-stop here? Chat, is Ocon on a 2-stop? Oh, sorry, a 3-stop. What am I expecting? I think standard strategy is going to be a 2-stop here, isn't it? You're going to put mediums on, and then you're going to put softs on for the end. That is the prediction. So maybe Ocon's gone on a real mad one. Let's see. Kishan saying Fernando came out of nowhere. Yes, indeed. But he looks like he's dropping off. Hamilton pits! Hamilton pits. Okay. So held up Sergio Perez. Now this is going to be interesting. Who boxes after this? If you're Perez, do you need to box here, or are you going to get undercut? Are you going to get undercut, chat? What do we think? And what about Lance Stroll? What about George Russell? Who's going to box next? Valtteri Bottas boxes from the end. Where is he going to be compared to Guan Yu Zhou? I think Guan Yu... Oh, I don't know, actually. I think Guan Yu Zhou will... Oh, no. Valtteri Bottas. No, is he still limit? Oh, it's going to be close. He's going to be close. Who's going to get that between Bottas and Guan Yu Zhou? It's going to be really close on pit exit. Oh! Guan Yu Zhou just about gets the overtake done. Right, who's going to box this lap at the top? I'm looking at the Hamilton stop. What was it? Was it a tardy Mercedes stop? It was a... It'll be a 2. It was a 2.7, which some people say these days is a bit tardy. Mediums on for Lewis Hamilton as well. So Alonso decides not to pit. What about Perez, Russell, Stroll, Carlos Sainz? Let's see. Budgie says, well done, Perez. Anyone going to pit? Is Russell pitting? Russell pits! So both Mercedes pit early. Remember, Scott called it there. Both Mercedes have pitted early there. Wow. Lando getting told, let's pick up the pace, Lando, a little bit. And Lando saying, yeah, I am. So maybe the McLaren team think that Lando still has pace. What's with the long pit lane? It's the safest way to exit from there. Here comes Russell. Where's Russell going to be compared to Lewis Hamilton? Surely behind by quite a long way. Yeah, Hamilton, well, not a long way at all. Really, look how close that is between Russell and Hamilton. Russell is going to be fed up of staring of the rear diffuser of Lewis Hamilton there. And I say, if you're George Russell, now you need to prove the point. And I wonder, has Esteban Ocon, at that rate, managed to undercut the likes of Lance Stroll, Carlos Sainz and Pierre Gasly? And yeah, what happened to Leclerc? Mark's in the cinema! Are we in the cinema? Hello to everyone in the cinema. Who's got... Are we up? Are we in the Odeon? Mark, are we in the cinema? Can you take a picture and send it to me on Twitter or whatever your favourite social media platform is? Do it in the Discord. Chat, we're all in... Chat, you're all in cinema. You're all in cinema. Unless you have a cinema in your house. That's fair. Here comes Sergio Perez into the pits. He's had to cover off. Look at the battle between the Mercedes. George Russell gets past, and there's a rogue Hulkenberg in there as well. Hamilton, I've got a problem with my left front. It's starting to steer right. Hamilton's got an issue. Hamilton gets past. What's going on here? Hamilton's got an issue with his tyres like I did on my Peugeot RC today. Meanwhile, has Nico Hulkenberg been the best friend to Sergio Perez? Potentially. Will Hamilton get past Perez here? Will Hamilton get past Perez? Yes, he does. Hamilton gets past Perez. It's all chopping and changing. Now, what can George Russell do? How close can Russell get to Perez? Goodness me, Hulkenberg, who hasn't pitted, did Mercedes get that just a little bit wrong there on their predictions? I'm going to have a look here on the Perez exit because it all got absolutely insane. Look how far Alonso has dropped off, by the way. So I'm looking at Sergio Perez coming out of the pit lane. Here he is. Here he is. And they've cut away. So I can't see what happened, but it looked like it was jolly good fun, really. Albion is Hamilton back in the screen. He's complaining on the radio that something's wrong with his car. So we will see. And in fact, ooh, Sergio Perez has overtaken him there into Juncal. That doesn't bode well. Is Hamilton going to come back? Hamilton's back. Hulkenberg pits. It's a real ding-dong battle now between Hamilton and Perez, it appears. Really, really, really. People says, why is Mercedes so terrible at strat? Just a Mercedes way, isn't it? Professor saying he's only 7 seconds off Max. Pretty good for an elderly man. Is that Alonso? Well, Albion says Alonso's slowing down a little bit. So let's see. With the top three in a class of their own. Sizek saying Lewis is playing 5D chess. Well, we will see, because Hadiya Khan says Mercedes borrowed Charles' strategy. So time will tell. But at the moment, Hamilton's come out. He's ahead of Perez and he's ahead of Russell. But, you know, Hamilton versus Perez, two of the elder statesmen of Formula One going at it here. Who is going to come out on top? It looks like Sergio Perez is extremely close here to Lewis Hamilton. Meanwhile, none of the top three pit again. So have the Mercedes pitted too early, chat? Chat, have the Mercedes pitted too early? What do we think? Albion says Sainz and Stroll seem to be battling it out. Well, not anymore, because Lance Stroll is pitted. And let's have a look here. Will Perez get past Hamilton on the straight? Yes, Perez has got past Hamilton, but we've got the double DRS here. So maybe Hamilton will get him back. And because Lance Stroll is pitted, is that going to force Carlos Sainz to pit to cover it off as well? Or will Carlos Sainz now go a little bit longer? Let's see. Lisa Zara says Carlos. Isabel Paflug thinking Carlos might get a podium here. I really don't think that's going to happen. But ostensibly, he is 13 seconds behind Fernando Alonso. As Guan Yu Zhou pits, welcome to Jasper Singh Nagra. I know you, I can spell. Vidal, Isaac Dutois as well. In the chat, welcome along everyone. Welcome to the community. Have a look here, Sergio Perez. It was round the outside at turn 1, and Hamilton didn't get out. In fact, Hamilton won the battle into turn 1. So it had to be on the next straight. Is that a long pit stop from Guan Yu Zhou? Is that a long pit stop? Hadn't Guan Yu Zhou already pitted This could be race ending here for Guan Yu Zhou. I think we're seeing a very heavy rate of attrition. Logan Sargent in the points, anyone? Who sees that? So that's pretty terminal. Carlos Sainz does not pit, by the way. There we go. Logan Sargent on massively old tyres sets the fastest first sector out of anybody. Guan Yu Zhou getting asked to retire the car. Isabel Flux says, go like the stream real quick or make Kireth happy. Yes, make me happy, chat. Make me happy. Like the stream. Make sure if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. It's free and you get loads of this cool content delivered to you. Yes, Guan Yu Zhou is out, unfortunately. Vaca coming in with the LPH. Pretty decent LPH. 225 in the LPH. It's a pretty decent one. Right, bear with me. I just need to do something here. Just to sync this up. Just to make sure that we're properly synced up here, which we want to be. There we go. Now we're synced up. Okay, ignore that. How many laps there, Katie Graham says? Well, we're 24 laps in. I think there's 47 to go, Katie. So the top three have not pitted again. And meanwhile, this time, George Russell seems to be dropping off. Lewis Hamilton, is Carlos Sainz going to pit? No, he doesn't. Pierre Gasly, you coming in? Nope. What about Tsunoda? Tsunoda declines as well. So those three drivers, Sainz, Gasly, Tsunoda, they have not pitted, by the way. They have not pitted. Hi MC says, you ladies on Discord? Definitely got some lovely ladies. That sounds no. We have some very cool people in the Discord. Kidnet just subbed. How far is Daniel Ricciardo away from the pack? Unfortunately, I can tell you, Daniel Ricciardo is now on the lead lap, and he is 33 seconds away. He's 33 seconds away from Nico Hulkenberg. So, if there's a safety car here, I think Daniel Ricciardo and Piastri will close right up. Thanks, Mark. Can't wait to see that. Can't wait to see it. Sounds awesome. Hope you're enjoying it. Oh, I'm going to boom on the Dolby. Here we go. How do I do it? Hello, viewers. Oh, I couldn't do anything properly there. Right, Fernando Alonso pits. Fernando Alonso, the first of the top three to pit here. Fernando Alonso, the first of the top three to pit. There we go. Fernando Alonso in the pit. So what is going to happen with the gap between Alonso and Sergio Perez, who was the closest car behind him? Is Alonso going to be able to destroy Perez here? We will see. Shark says, daughter has been admitted to hospital while at college. It's a great distraction. Sorry to hear that, Shark. Hoping all the best for your daughter there. I'm sure all of chat is as well. Bebop saying Alonso for the undercut. Well, surely we're just straight up in like normal strat range now. I think we'll see Verstappen and not. I mean, Verstappen might just be going as long as he can, managing the deck, because that's just going to help him out later in the race. Joe Zedinho saying Stroll making moves. Stroll is making moves indeed. Did he get past George Russell there? Did Stroll get past George Russell? So hang on, Lance Stroll could be. We could be seeing. We could potentially an Aston Martin 3-4 here. After the terrible start they had, it could actually be an Aston Martin 3-4. Albion, shouldn't Carlos Sainz pit now? Carlos Sainz is not in a good way. Why? Because look how close Fernando Alonso is to Carlos Sainz. And Carlos Sainz still needs to pit. So unless Sainz is going... Oh, Sainz does pit. There we go. But I think this will get pretty ugly for Carlos Sainz here. Have a look at the likes of Esteban Ocon. And Gasly and Tsunoda pit as well. Have a look at the likes of Esteban Ocon. Is Ocon going to get past? I mean, Lance Stroll was battling with Carlos Sainz, and now Lance Stroll just got past Lewis Hamilton. Hang on a second. Lance Stroll really is the man on the move. Chat. Lance Stroll is the man on the move. Get your Canadian Maple Leafs out here and look at Carlos Sainz. He's overtaken. Look how far Sainz has fallen behind Lance Stroll and now Esteban Ocon, and he's going to have Valtteri Bottas for company. But is Sainz converted to a one-stopper or something? We will see. As Bottas is really going to try and get on Carlos Sainz here, but I think Carlos Sainz just fends him off. The big Yuki comeback. Not sure. Verstappen pits and Lando pits. Oh, unsafe release possibly for Carlos Sainz, by the way. I'm seeing what looks to be possibly an unsafe release side by side in the pit lane. to look at that. Yeah, Stroll on the move, confirmed. But here we go. Verstappen and Lando in. Verstappen and Lando in. What strategy is that then? They're lap 27. There's still 44 to go. Can they get to the end of the race on the mediums? Welcome Mezzadutin, Paolo, Dave Zielinski, Shafila, Ritis. Anyone else want to subscribe? Welcome along. Metmar6 says, welcome. Mate, you were karting today. Chat, we had fans at the karting. We had fans coming up to me saying, are you that guy, aren't you? I was like, yes, I am that guy. I am that guy. Chat, we have fans in the real world. How cool is that? I'm like a racing driver with actual fans. Crazy. What a life. Lee says, OMG, is Fernando okay? Yes. I don't know why he wouldn't be. Was it a slow stop for McLaren? It was a 2.6. So not the fastest, not super slow. There's your top three right now. Verstappen, Lando, Alonso, and then we've got Sergio Perez rapidly joining the party again. And I think George Russell is going to have enough here of Lewis Hamilton, and he's going to force a point. Are we going to see the Mercedes drivers crash into each other? Abby Boy says, Sonoda pit time, please. There we go. Lucy's got it for you. There we go. Shark says, everyone like and subscribe, please. Is that an unsafe release for Carlos Sainz in the pits? It honestly could be. So the gap at the front is 5.2. It's not huge. But that has to be an unsafe release. I'm sorry, but that I think Ferrari are having a terrible day here. I might even just change my shirt. Morrissey, can you sponsor my karting? Morrissey, can you sponsor my karting? Is the question. I'm going to Uno reverse you right there, my friend. Mr. Stickman again. Yo, you remember me for karting today? This is a bit like deja vu. Yes, chat, do you remember? I was at karting today and I had some fans come up and say hey. Anyway, oh my goodness me! Lewis Hamilton's left rear is graining so badly. Lewis Hamilton's left rear is jettisoning. That is bad. Oh my god. Lewis Hamilton's left rear is in a terrible state. He's barely gone on it, chat. This is. I think Hamilton could actually finish outside the points here at this rate because the deg he's got on that left rear is atrocious. And you look at this track map, you don't want issues with your left rear. You don't want issues with your left rear at all, chat. Oh my word, that is not good news. That is not good news at all. Crazy, really. So Hamilton, it might be forced to do another stop here. Mauricio says no. Okay, Mauricio says no. Did they put used mediums on? I don't know. Did they not have any fresh mediums to put on? Plutan says Russell wants to run over Lewis. George, I'm not surprised. If you're George Russell, if you've got better tyre wear and you're looking at that right rear of Lewis Hamilton just shedding rubber everywhere, you say, well, hang on, what's going on? Carlos Sainz here. I'm on board with Carlos Sainz. Did he send it from a mile back? Did he send it from a mile back on Esteban Ocon yesterday? But why has Ocon dropped back so much? So Carlos Sainz sent it on Ocon. It's a clean move. But is Esteban Ocon in trouble here? What's gone on with Ocon? Esteban Ocon was Ocon's dropped back a lot here. Or is this Carlos Sainz maybe got serious pace? People are arriving at the front pack, aren't they? Bebop is not a fan. Cesali Joseph, Mercedes not having a car at all. No pace at all. This seems to be forgotten. You do forget that Lewis Hamilton is trying to get P2 in the World Drivers' Championship. High standards amongst the Mercedes fans. It's win or bust. Next gen saying Hamilton has held up Russell many, many, many times. We will see. What happened to Guan Yu Zhou? I think he retired. He retired. So Daniel Ricciardo. If Daniel Ricciardo can get in the points here, I mean, what a result that'd be for the Honey Badger. George Russell looks like he's very close here to Lewis Hamilton. If I was Lewis Hamilton here, do you play the long game? Do you get some kudos here in the team and with the teammate? Where is Max Verstappen? Way out in front, Tracy Woodbridge. Way out in front. Albion says Sainz comeback. I'm all for it. All for the Sainz comeback. All aboard. Yes, indeed. Chat, we are not even halfway through this race. How cool is that? Nicoli D'Souza saying terrible race for Lewis this weekend. And Joe Zedino saying Perez is gaining on Alonso. Oh dear, Fernando Alonso's what they call podium hopes could be going up in flames here. Captain saying rain on the coast. Has rain been reported on the coast? Is it up a flug? Any info on Granny Joe? He has retired. How did Hulkenberg fall back so far? I think he had damage or something. I can't remember. I'm looking here. Pierre Gasly. What was Gasly up to? Is Gasly on Sargent action? And it's just a routine move up the inside into turn 1. Easy as you like. But yes, indeed. Look at Perez on Alonso. And look how close Russell's getting to Hamilton. Are Piastri and Ricciardo out? Limitless says no, they're not. They're just they're behind the lapped car. So that's why it shows over there. That's why it shows over there. Blacker, we'd appreciate you more. If you subscribe, you become a legend of the stream. Esteban Ocon's in, and I wonder, wasn't Ocon one of the first drivers to box? So Ocon was one of the first drivers. Is that now the end for Ocon, or is he going to have to pit again? Because he's not even halfway through the race, Esteban. Is Esteban going for a record of the most pit stops here? Goodness me, Esteban, what is that strat? That is a mad strat, that is. Dave, will Hamilton let Russell back past or ride him off the road? We will see. Do Norris need to pit again? I'd be surprised if they go to the end on whatever tyres, on the medium. So I think Verstappen and Lando will pit again. I think Verstappen and Lando will pit again. That's what I think. Professor Logic reporting into the gap there. Awesome to see. But yeah, Sergio Perez is very, very close now. Just 1.5 seconds between them. 5/10 to get into the DRS of Fernando Alonso. Size X has known rain schedule. Okay, there is no rain. Rain on the coast, but not here. Anyone else going to come in? I mean, a lot of different strategies going on right now. And look at Carlos Sainz. Carlos Sainz must be on the move. Yes, indeed. Taking half a second every lap out of the Mercedes. Carlos Sainz fancies some positions here. Sam McGraw says Ocon is the pits. He's become the pits. The destroyer of worlds. Welcome Aston Anton van der Oosthuizen. Welcome Janny Beck and Gordon Timbers. Joining the fraternity. Well, not fraternity. Joining the community. Bebop says, watching that DRS gap get smaller from Fernando Perez. Right, let me give you a rundown, everyone. So we've got Max Verstappen in the lead of this race. He is only 5.4 away from Lando. Lando is somewhat managing that gap. Lando in P2. Then we have Fernando Alonso, who's 13 seconds behind Lando Norris, who's really dropping back. And
Bit of an update for you. We're currently in
sorry, I got that wrong. He's 7 seconds behind Lando Norris. My bad. But right behind Fernando Alonso is Sergio Perez, just a little bit more than a second behind. So as soon as Sergio Perez gets DRS, well, that is going to be a very dramatic moment there, because he's going to try and go around the outside inside. We'll see. Lance Stroll is driver in 5th place. Lance Stroll, how's his pace compared to Perez? Pretty similar to say, and the Mercedes are behind him, and Carlos Sainz has now caught the Mercedes train. So Carlos Sainz is in P8, he's got Russell ahead of him, and then Hamilton. Sainz is going to try and go up from P8 to P6 in a couple of laps here. Ayana Banana says, it's blurry. What's blurry, Ayana Banana? Dave says, Hamilton has to let Russell pass, or Sainz have them both. Well, it looks like Russell's now having to defend against Sainz. I am a little bit surprised. Well, why would you play team orders for Russell? If you want to maximise the points for Lewis Hamilton in the Drivers' Championship for the battle for second, why would you let George Russell through? Someone riddle... Oh, no, I've riddled you. You answer me that if you can. Mark says, you race carts? Carts are one thing I race, yes. Professor saying Verstappen must be lonely. Yeah. Maybe Max wants to slow down. By the way, well, he might not be lonely much longer, because Lando Norris, with the fastest Sector 1 out of anyone, and Lando is bringing that gap down. Welcome, Matt, from down under. Lando Norris, he's got a lot of intel from the sprint race. He's got a lot of intel from the sprint. No, you want info on Ricciardo and Piastri. Lucy just atted themselves with the self-at. You love to see it. Christopher saying Yuki's close to scoring points again. And Albion noting that the smooth operator is smooth operating. Okay, well, who's going to be under pressure here? Well, Fernando Alonso is under big pressure. But again, I think Lando Norris, is just about able to maintain that gap.
AlphaTauri gained a place.
Professor Logic's got a monkey with a hammer out. I'm not sure what that signifies. On my screen, it looks like you added yourself, Lucy. Just say, oh no, Lucy, there's 2 Lucys. Lucys, we need your most interesting fact about yourself. Go, each Lucy in the chat. That's how we do. That's how we do. We need to know. We've got pink Lucy and green Lucy. Okay, so Sergio Perez has sort of hit a bit of a roadblock here with Fernando Alonso. Alonso saying his best lap times of the race, and it's holding Perez at bay. Meanwhile, Carlos Sainz has got past George Russell, and look at the gap now between Russell and Hamilton. It's quite big. Bob says, park it up, Hamilton. Forward says, Sainz passes Russell. Yes, he has done that. And look at the battle with Tsunoda. Could Tsunoda be getting in the points here? He could be trying to get past Valtteri Bottas on this straight. Let's have a look. Yuki Tsunoda, the other situation gets done quite early, it seems. Yuki Tsunoda into the point-scoring places. Alexandru wants to see Lando Norris first. Matt, what did he miss? Vlack says only the most exciting first lap of the season. Yes, I would say even the lap before the first lap was very exciting, if you get what I'm saying. Alia saying Hamilton's going to struggling because of tyre. Alia, this is your first F1 race, but now you're an expert on medium tyre degradation. How does that work? Albion, is Hamilton getting better or Russell getting slower? Well, I don't think it's going to be all smiles in the Mercedes garage in this race, put it like that. Lucy is starting. My hobbies start with F. F1 fish and food. The holy trinity of hobbies there. Is it in order? Ascending order? And Lucy just says OFC. Lucy, pink Lucy, that is not a fact. That is not a fact. Marie says, Mary and Mel in Nottingham loving the commentary first in channel. Welcome, Mary and Mel. Loving the commentary. Well, Mary and Mel, I think it's time to... Oh, Lando Norris with a 14.8. Lando on the move here. 3/10 quicker than Max Verstappen. Hang on a second. Lando Norris applying this crew, but Verstappen responds. Verstappen responds because Verstappen has gone 4/10 quicker in the second sector alone. So Verstappen might have got something on the radio saying, we need you to pick up the pace. And I think that's what's happening. They're keeping on Verstappen this lap time here. Yeah, we're trading at the front. We're trading blows. 14.6 from Verstappen. What do you have now, Lando Norris? Let's see. Lucy says, Pink Lucy, hobbies are also F1 fish and food. We got some twins separated at birth here. Separated at birth and named the same. Lucy and Lucy. Goodness me. And I'm not even going to ask you for your favourite YouTube channel because we all know it would be this one. So it's just more things you have in common. Stemmer says Hamilton quicker than Russell lap tyres. Devendra thinks Max is toying. Devendra thinks Max could be toying. But who's done the fastest sector one? It's Lando Norris. Can Lando Norris start to bring that gap back? Chaya is saying Norris and Verstappen making this race interesting again. Let's see. Scott has a point of order. Scott Stanford has a point of order saying fish is a food. But Scott, many things are a food. But it doesn't mean you can't like them for what they are. You know. Does it make sense? You can like feeding the ducks. You're like, oh, well, ducks are a food. You can't... if it's fish, fish are friends, not food. What do we think there? Do we agree with Member Scott or do we disagree? Right, Lucy and Lucy have a little FaceTime. But there we go. Right, so Lando Norris, what happened here? It was Lando Norris with the faster lap. So the pendulum swings ever so slightly, minutely, back towards Lando. It puts the pressure on Red Bull if there's going to be another stop here. What if Lando pits early? What if Lando pits really early? And by the way, Fernando Alonso still in the podium places here. Still in the podium places. Lisa and Zara, Daniel and Piastri, how far back? Someone else will have to update you there. I'm sorry. I know I am the streamer, but I can't do that. Carlos Sainz gets past Lewis Hamilton. And now Pierre Gasly is the next driver who fancies having a crack at the Mercedes. And Yuki Tsunoda might be limbering up as well. It's like planes coming into Heathrow here. Right. Dave says, as said, Sainz did them both. Poor team tactics. Poor team tactics. Okay, well, was it inevitable? Was there anything that could have been done? I don't know. Offbeat doesn't eat fish. You're an unpescatarian then. So, what's happening here vis-a-vis Verstappen and Lando Norris on the lap time front? It's slightly back towards Verstappen, but it is very close. I'm having a look here. Esteban Ocon getting past Nico Hulkenberg. It was a regulation move into P1. And look how into T1. Look how far ahead Ocon has managed to get from Hulkenberg. Hulkenberg might have some issues here with the car because Hulkenberg is lapping 4 seconds slower than the leaders. Chat. So I think Hulkenberg got an issue. So if Hulkenberg needs to retire, we're down. Well, Ricciardo would go up to P14. Ricciardo would get even closer. Beatrice went for a shower. What happened, Beatrice? You've got to have us on loudspeaker in the shower. You just don't want to miss a thing because we don't know now what you've missed. Chaya says, no fish from either involving a fishbone stuck in the throat. Sorry to hear that, Chaya. I hope you've recovered, though. Valtteri Bottas pits. Valtteri Bottas pits. Wow. With 32 laps to go. Well, he'll need to go on the mediums again, presumably. He'll need to go on the mediums. Lucy has a shrimp tank, a black water, a community, and a cold water tank. So that's definitely friends, not food there. Friends, not food. I had sea monkeys. Does that count? Does that count? I had sea monkeys, which I grew, and then my mum was washing the window and knocked over the sea monkeys. And if I remember, I came back from school and I was like, my sea monkeys there's no sea monkeys left. And I think my mum lied and said, oh, I don't know what happened. And then I had to do a whole investigation. I mean, this is going back decades now, but there was a massacre. It was a mass grave of sea monkeys. Not looking good for Bottas. I think Bottas might be out as well. I think both Alfa Romeos might be out. I think both Alfa Romeos may be out, everyone. So, wow. Daniel Ricciardo has to be Honey Badger of the day if he picked up any points here. Does anyone know how far behind Ricciardo is from Nico Hulkenberg, by the way? As we're seeing a lot of attrition in this race. Yeah, Bottas out, everyone. Bottas out. Bob saying Ricciardo's washed. And Budgie has a... Is that your Budgie in the picture there? Alexander saying Norris, Verstappen, Alonso. So Alexander is still thinking that Alonso is managing to gap now Sergio Perez. I think this is going to come down to the last stint. I think we're going to get another wave of pit stops. It's a pretty good Grand Prix, this, I have to say. It's pretty close at the front. And it's pretty close for the podium. And we've got another wave of pit stops to come. Funky saying 58 seconds behind. Welcome to Ethan Velasquez. Vlatka, I'm sure they just jumped out the window. Not sure about that. Or we might have to reopen the case. Yes, Joe Zedinho saying Gasly getting a Russell. And Ayana Banana saying, who will pit next? That is actually the question. That is actually the question. Who will pit next? And will there be a safety car? And if there's a safety car, you bet the Honey Badger's going to go for it. Albie, this is a really insane to watch Grand Prix. You have to follow it though. There's a lot to follow. Right? This is what I think actually this is a better way to follow the race than Sky. Because we see everything and we kind of follow everything. Whereas Sky just tend to often look at the front and they just chat about... Actually, we do. Do you think we go off tangent, chat? Do you think we go off topic too much? More than... Do we go off topic too much? Do we go off topic at all? Chaya is becoming a race to stay in the race now. Yes, indeed. The race is to stay in the race. Shark says, great chat tonight. Yes, indeed. Izzy Carter saying, Gasly. What is Gasly doing? Gasly is all over George Russell. Sweaty boy Russell might be overtaken here by Pierre Gasly. And then Gasly is surely going to go for Hamilton. The Mercedes have messed this up. All of the noise coming out of the paddock from Saturday was that, you know, Mercedes have messed this up on the setup. It's a big mistake for Mercedes. And they're going to pay the price. And it looks like they are paying the price. Lewis Hamilton was very tight-lipped on the grid. kind of saying, you know, anything can happen, but it really hasn't worked out that way, has it?
Okay, I'll have a walk out.
Lucas says never off topic. Yes, we never go off topic. 100% agree. Dr. Bob, that's one of the best things about your live stream. What, that we never go off topic? It'd be nice if you can bring Martin Brundle, the man from King's Lynn. Yes, indeed. Right, Gasly gets past George Russell there. By the way, I have the full race in front of me, but I very rarely watch the race because I'm more interested to know like who's on the move, who's attacking, who's got the momentum. Gasly and Russell in a very tight battle here. Now, can Gasly get into Hamilton? What about the lap times? Gasly 16.2, but he was overtaking. Yuki Tsunoda in the 15.8 is faster than Sergio Perez. And in fact, Fernando Alonso is really putting some time in between him and Perez. I'm surprised Lewis Hamilton's managed to get through the grading phase as well. Hamilton's grading phase looked brutal, but he's managed to get there. Lucy's crying. Hi, MC. Gasly overtook Russell Sprout. Yes, he did. Amelia Woodcock says, this is my first GP. Only got into the F1. Amelia Woodcock, welcome to the F1 family. Chat, let us know, who should Amelia Woodcock support? Who should Amelia Woodcock support? Crosby Carl Pagonia saying Max is leading almost 6 seconds. That is not a lot. That is not a lot for Max Verstappen. We've seen Max Verstappen normally in this position. He has a whole free pit stop. That's what we're used to. It's like, oh, Max is going to pit. He's got a free pit stop. He does not have a free pit stop here on Lando Norris. He does have on Fernando Alonso. Bob, this is a race where you earn your subs. Martin says you're a better job than Sky. Oh, my goodness me. High praise. Ali is saying Hamilton going to pit soon to went down 7. I don't know. Depends on strat here. Depends on strat. Ayuka says, too much of a topic. Ironically, with a out-of-topic comment. Welcome, Sheikh Mansour. Mr. 180 saying Max is managing. Do we think Max is managing, or do we think he's actually having to extend here? We will see. Given how close qualifying was, it's amazing to see the big gaps in lap times here, isn't it? I mean, Logan Sargent, surely... Oh, what's happened to... Logan Sargent in big trouble, I believe. How did Esteban Ocon end up behind Logan Sargent? Can someone explain that to me? Now, Ocon's on a mad stop. Oh, yeah, Ocon's on a 3 stop, isn't he? So Logan Sargent pits now. Will we see the Hulk go into the pits? Let's see. Tail says Guan Yu Zhou is going to get a podium. I don't think so. Anush Desai, there are 27 laps to go. 27 laps to go. C saying Lando's doing great. And welcome to Isabel King as well. So... who is going to pit next, and what is going to happen on the last? We basically have you got Verstappen and Lando, then you've got sort of Alonso, Perez, Stroll, Sainz, Hamilton, Gasly, Russell, Tsunoda. That's sort of a group there. It's sort of a group. So anyone in that pack has to be a little bit careful. Reynolds saying Mercedes is not back confirmed. And the Stroll Science gap, you can see there, yourself there, it's 4 seconds, Matthew Croft. But I'm interested to see who is going to be the driver to box next. Who is going to box next, everyone? Welcome to Joaquim Santos, Fiona Toll, Sumit Barrick, Michael Silva. Joining the community via the free subscription. Oh, George Russell pits! Russell pits before Hamilton. So Russell's in the pit. Hamilton, I don't know if it's gusty, but this car is so bad in the air. Hamilton complaining some more. Right, here comes George Russell. Oh my goodness me. George Russell might get lapped here by Max Verstappen. Could that happen? It's not a million miles away. Kira, can we send our regards to Snowline? I'm sure she's watching. Snowline, if you're watching after your operation, wishing you the best in the Rockies in Colorado. A huge part of the community. I'm sure everyone else will send their messages through to Snowline. He was having some sort of operation this week. We very much hope it's gone well. Right, Sergio Perez comes into the pit. So, Perez pits before Alonso. A bit of a tongue twister there. Well, there's no tongue involved. Perez pits before... Oh, there we go. What happened to Logan Sargent? He's been lapped. Sargent's been lapped, I reckoned. Dave Thompson does not like the background race sounds. We have to get some more feedback on that, I'm afraid. We need to get some more feedback. Isabel Flug saying it's a hard day in the office for most drivers, and Stefania says TF happened. Hamilton in the pits as well. Is that Gasly, Hamilton, Gasly? And so a lot of these drivers pitting for their last pit stop. What about Norris and Verstappen? And what about Alonso? Is Alonso going to get undercut here by Sergio Perez? Perez comes out behind Yuki Tsunoda. Hamilton getting told, let's use the tyres now. I have been for the last 5 laps, dude. Now, is Hulkenberg going to pit and come out, or is he going to retire? Do we think Yuki Tsunoda is going to offer big resistance to Sergio Perez here? Is the AlphaTauri going to defend hard against the Red Bull? What does AlphaTauri mean in English again? Kelly Strello says, hello, baby. Yes, indeed. Michael, if you think the screen capture's blurred, you need to up your settings. That goes for anyone. Click the cog icon. You can get this up to 1440p. Let me know if you clicked that and it turned out you were less than 1440p. Duff against poaching is against poaching but is for the sounds. Now here comes Fernando Alonso, who is behind Sainz and Stroll because they haven't pitted. And what is it going to be? Oh, Tsunoda might be defending. Go on, Yuki, my son. Oh, it's not happened. Perez got past. Okay, Fleurs has never liked the sounds. Okay, we need to get a poll on this later. Welcome, Espinoza. Yaximizer, why have there been so many retirements? There's been lots of instances. So Alonso's on fresher tyres than Sergio Perez here. But is Perez now going to make a move? They're back on the soft tyres. I think pretty much everyone has gone soft, medium, soft. Ocon was on a weird strat, I believe. But who's going to be looking good on these softs at the end? Bushra needs Hamilton on the podium. Alexi saying Hamilton will barely get a point. See, David on 240p. Chat, you've got to click that cog icon and you've got to go up to 1440p and it will be crystal clear. It'll be like if anyone's been prescribed glasses, it'll be like wearing glasses for the first time. Stefano says, unbelievable, mate. Unbelievable scenes. Logan likes them, very nice. Okay, Saba likes them as well. We can take some feedback next time. Gasly and Ocon going head-to-head in the Alpines. How have the Alpine... Is Ocon going to the end now? Hamilton saying we should have gone to the hard tyre, man. Hamilton's having a little cry in the car. It's one of those races for Sir Lewis Hamilton. And he's got 2 Alpines coming after him big time here. Oh, nice one, Dave. Nice one, Dave. Or just refresh. Ade says, any chance of rain? No, it's very sunny here. I'm having a look right now. Hamilton on Ocon. So Hamilton did overtake Esteban Ocon there. So Hamilton got past Ocon. So Ocon's strategy, it seems to be one that is taking him backwards. Gasly, 14.5. Gasly just sets a lap time a second faster than the leaders. Pierre Gasly, have you found some mythical rubber here on your soft tyre? Because Pierre Gasly has just set a lap time that has blown apart the field. C loves little Lando too. Yes, indeed. Kartik saying, anyone from India, let Kartik know. It's also a technology stream. Yes, indeed. Say no to the spam, but say yes to Pierre Gasly doing a very, very fast lap. Chat, there are still 22 laps to go of this race. Oh my goodness me. Right, what's Gasly up to now? Well, he's going to try and get past Hamilton. So Ocon's going backwards, but Gasly's going in the other direction. Here comes Gasly, and I think Max Verstappen, well, I don't think he's got to pit soon. He's got to pit soon. So maybe Russell won't get lapped, but you can imagine how that'll go down for Russell. I mean, Mercedes have really gone heavy. Oh my, Mercedes have gone very much backwards here, and I wonder what will happen when Carlos Sainz pits. Sainz is going to be well ahead of Hamilton, surely. Perez is well ahead. Will Yuki Tsunoda be ahead of Hamilton? No, surely not. What's the gap between Tsunoda and Hamilton? It's a 13-second gap. I mean, Tsunoda, when Tsunoda pits, he'll be on fresh rubber. Keep an eye on Tsunoda trying to get past Hamilton at the end. At least saying Gasly with the points today. Yes, indeed. See, this is the first race I've seen with so many greyed-out drivers. I know, it's brutal. It's what F1 used to be like. And Isabel Plug noting the Gasly fastest lap. Lisa saying Ghastly. Throwing an insult there at Pierre Gasly. Has Stroll pitted? No. Lance Stroll, what are you doing? Have you forgotten to pit? Maybe Lance Stroll is going to try and go to the end here.
Safety car deployed, safety car deployed.
Maybe Lance Stroll is going to try and go to the end. Hang on a second. Chat, hang on a second. Does Carlos Sainz needs to pit. So if Lance Stroll does not pit, could Lance Stroll get to the end on the mediums? He has a 10-second advantage over Fernando Alonso. That ain't going to cut it. We see in Formula 1 these days, like, you start losing 2-3 seconds a lap. Hamilton, I'm in this DRS. I'm still not catching in. Take another drink if you're listening for the Lewis Hamilton complaints this race. No worries, Dave Thompson. Lucy says Norris has a free pit stop if they're quick. Well, it depends. What's Lando going for? Are they keeping an eye on potentially putting pressure on for the lead? Or yes, Lando Norris, goodness me. Look how far around Lando is. It makes you think what would have happened if Oscar Piastri had been at the back there. Oscar Piastri could have done a madness from the back. And it says 9 drivers out already. Well, no. In fact, there are only Bottas, only Bottas, Guanyu, Leclerc, Magnussen, and Albon are out. Piastri, Ricciardo, Hulkenberg, Sargent have all been lapped. Is what's going on. That's what's all going on. Ash reporting in. Ash in the chat. Ash saying McLaren said there's no urgency to pick. Carlos Sainz boxes. So where's Carlos Sainz going to come out? Let's have a look. Oh, there's a typo from Lisa. There's a typo. The shade has been unshaded. What's going to happen? Ocon pits for the 5th time today. Chat, can someone explain to me Esteban Ocon's strategy? Can someone explain the Esteban Ocon strategy to me? Okay, here comes Carlos Sainz ahead of Gasly and ahead of Hamilton. So I think this time, has he overtaken Hamilton in the pits? I can't quite remember. But Carlos Sainz now is in provisional P5 because Tsunoda and Stroll need to pit. Can Carlos Sainz get on the podium, or is he going to be hunted down by Pierre Gasly? And is he going to get a penalty for an unsafe release? I'd be very surprised if he did, but there we go. Nico dudes are saying, wow, unbelievable. Mercedes will be lapped, just 2 races left on the calendar. Why did Perez lose positions? Perez hasn't lost positions. Perez has gained positions in this race. Blue says there's the in-science pit. Yes, indeed. And Lucy says the strat is there is no strat. Right, there goes Lance Stroll. There goes Lance Stroll. Ocon might have car issues from yesterday, Isabel Flux says. Maybe. But they've obviously done a mad strat here, and I just fundamentally... Is Ocon out? No, he's just been lapped, so we don't see him. Here comes Lance Stroll, someone who hasn't been lapped, and he is going to... Oh, my goodness me. Lance Stroll ahead of Carlos Sainz. So Lance Stroll inherits provisional P5. So I got that wrong. Sainz wasn't provisional P5, it was provisional P6. HiMC says poor Ocon, but Size X saying it's 9D chess from Ocon. 9D chess from Esteban. Chat, should we do a nation check? Let's do a nation check. With 18 laps to go, I'm just feeling I'm just feeling one. I'm just feeling one. I just say we do one. Let's do another nation check, chat. Let us know, chat, where in the world you're watching from as we get ready for the climax of this race. And will Max Verstappen lap George Russell? Will Max Verstappen lap George Russell? Speedy from America. Isabel, Germany, Nice. And we've got, oh my goodness me, Stefani from Italy, Mina from France, Addy Boy from Netherlands, Ash from Canada, Craig, Croatia, Dave from US, Addy Boy, Netherlands, Shark, UK, Imi from England, Ria Kaur from Kenya. Goodness me, Jason Connors from the USA. This is a mad one. Lush from Netherlands, Burger King from Jamaica, Kelly from Canada, Sidan, India, Mika-san from Scotland, Albion, India, Anna from Antigua, Tonight from India, Harry from Ukraine, Thomas from Canada, Bar from France, Hank Johnson from Netherlands, Lucy from the UK, Mountain Bike from the Azores, Martin Curacao from the Caribbean, as we might expect, Nico from Poland, Josh K from Netherlands, Nigel Crompton, Georgia, Senior from India, Fida, Slovakia, Sean, Australia, Dutch Lion from Netherlands, Alexander's watching from prison, Mate from Denmark, Eduardo from Italy. Chat, it's a huge one. It's with Trinidad in there, Zimbabwe, Faroe Islands, Sweden, Dubai. Goodness me. Singapore. What time is it in India for you absolute mad lads? Iran is in here, Bangladesh, Singapore, South Africa, Trinidad and Tobago, Sweden, Cyprus, Canada, Canada again. Katie from London. Adam from Singapore. Slovakia mentioned. Rah! Yes, indeed. Ocon racing for fastest lap. Well, Ocon has got the fastest lap. That is a huge nation share. Take a bow, everyone. That is a huge one. That is a huge one there. Oh, it's not even that late in India. Someone said it was like 3 in the morning. Portugal in here as well. Ireland, Puerto Rico, Canada, Philippines, Greece, Timorous, South Africa, New Zealand, Zambia. Right. 17 laps. There are 16 laps to go, everyone. 16 laps, and Verstappen still has not pitted. So Verstappen not only able to drive a lot faster, but able to really look after the tyre. Really look after those tyres, everyone. Race update, please. Okay, here's your race update. In the lead of the race is Max Verstappen in P1. Lando Norris is just 8 seconds behind. So Lando, the only driver able to keep remotely near Max Verstappen. Then we've got Fernando Alonso is about 35 seconds behind Lando Norris. So Norris has a pit stop and a bit in hand, but only... Oh my goodness me, Sergio Perez is neck and neck with Fernando Alonso, and Sergio Perez just sets the fast lap of the race in the DRS and the slip of Alonso. So we've got a battle for the podium right now between Sergio Perez and Fernando Alonso. Fernando Alonso will fight this to their death. These are two drivers with a lot to prove, kind of more at the tail end of their careers. Perez tries to go past, looks like he hasn't quite done it. So we've got an absolute battle here. For P3, the last place on the podium. They both desperately want it as Max Verstappen pits in, and so does Yuki Tsunoda, but Verstappen pits. Will Lando Norris follow him? Will Lando follow him? No, Lando is going to inherit the lead of the Grand Prix. Lando Norris leads the 2023 Brazilian Grand Prix. Welcome to Tenerife, Rwanda. Everyone in the house, make sure you're live, by the way. Hit that live button and make sure you're live. You might be a long way behind, my friend. So there goes Lando now. Lando, you are leading the Grand Prix. You are leading. Well, what's going on behind Alonso and Perez? Well, it is another Aston Martin. It's Lance Stroll, who is about 9... No. How many seconds? I'm terrible at... He's 13 seconds behind. He's about 13 seconds behind Sergio Perez. Perez tries again to get past Fernando Alonso, but can't quite get it done. And then we have a train of cars. So after Stroll is Carlos Sainz in P6 and Pierre Gasly in P7. P8 is Lewis Hamilton, and somehow George Russell is P10. Oh, has Yuki Tsunoda got an issue here? Is Yuki Tsunoda driving very slowly? I see. Does Yuki Tsunoda have an issue? I'm not sure. I'm keeping an eye on Tsunoda. Nope. So he goes Hamilton, Russell, Tsunoda. And then everyone else will be like, welcome to Master, Peter Lyons, Martin Kurikata, Honey, Pluton, Claudio, Alves, Juvenal, and all of our subscribers, including anyone who's already subscribed. We appreciate you. I appreciate you. But all of chat appreciates you. And Max Verstappen now setting absolutely lightning quick sector times here. In fact, he goes I'm not exaggerating. He goes 1.2 seconds quicker than Lando in the second sector alone. In the second sector alone. Remember, Lando's on the mediums here. Lando, what are you doing? Why? Unless... Is Lando going to the end? Chat. Is Lando going to the end on the mediums? Have I just seen something here? Yes, Isabel Flood, welcome to all new subscribers. Leave a like real quick too. Chat. Is Lando going to the end? Is Lando playing... some 7D chess as he gets past George Russell? So George Russell's now lapped. Can he do it? Chat. There's going to be 13 laps to go and the gap is 9.6 seconds. Although the indicator says that Lando's on 80 laps on those tyres. I'm not sure that's accurate. I cannot see this working. I cannot see it working. This could end up very bad for them. Well, Verstappen has just gone... This ain't going to work, chat. Verstappen's just gone 2 seconds quicker. Verstappen's gone 2 seconds quicker. So Verstappen's going to arrive in, like, 4 laps.
reminder, no overtaking until the line.
I guess it's a... You may as well do it if you're Lando, because if there's a safety car... Lando's hoping for a safety car! Lando wants a safety car! Chat, sorry chat, my brain works slowly. Lando wants a safety car! Send out Piastri again. Where's Piastri? Bid off Piastri! Piastri, have a gearbox failure. Oh no, my gearbox broke on the entry to Juncal. Chat, Lando needs a safety car to win. Lando needs a safety car to win. And Russell's retired. Russell's had enough. Russell's in. Russell says, get me out of this car. I'm not interested. I'm done. I'm sweating my way back to the paddock. George Russell has retired. Yeah, Lucy's seen it as well. Liam Connell's seen it. Russell retired. Wow, and that means that Daniel Norris pits. You tease. You big tease, Lando Norris. It looked like it might be on. It looked like it might be on. And remember we had super softs in Formula 1. Chap, I'm just saying, if I was a team principal, there might have been a gearbox failure there. There might have been a gearbox failure. So, George Russell's had a terrible day. What a waste of a day to George Russell. He's just spent all his time looking at the back end of Lewis Hamilton's car just disintegrating. And on the he spent more time on the phone, frankly. Sergio Perez trying to go past... That's a big battle here. I'm having a look here at the Lando stop. It is softs that go on. It was a 2.5 second stop. But can Alonso hold off Sergio Perez now? Why has Leclerc come back on? Leclerc's back on the car! Leclerc... No, he hasn't. Charles Leclerc's had enough. No, that's just... Ignore that. Ignore that. That's also not where Charles Leclerc went off. So... Don't know why the car's showing up there. Why Lando? Why Lando? Devendra saying Alonso's playing with Perez. Is Alonso toying with Perez here? Look at the cars we got in the pits here. Absolute mad. It's attritional racing. It's hardcore attritional drive to... This is drive to survive. Isabel Flood can't. Sorry chat. Troy says Yawn Fest too predictable, clocking out. Sorry Troy. Apologies. Troy's still going to be watching. He's just not going to be chatting, but Troy's definitely still going to be watching. Mina Warren says, no, Lando, please. Epic Gamer, imagine a safety car. If there's a safety car now, Lando looks stupid. I mean, maybe Lando should have just got it. I mean, on the safety car. Look at Fernando Alonso. Fernando wants that podium. Fernando wants the podium for Aston Martin. Let's see. Martin Kingdom. Well, Mercedes have shown exactly what they're all about today, haven't they? They will get the result they deserve. Clowns. Strong words coming in from Martin Kingdom there. What happened to Russell? He might have just given up. I don't know. Or maybe they. I don't know. Sorry. I don't have the information on that, I'm afraid. Joe Mercedes on the main channel. If Norris doesn't get a race win in F1, there'll be the new Hulkenberg. No one wants to be the new Hulkenberg. No one. Where is... Right, Sergio Perez is going to gear up again. Look at Lando. No, hang. Whoa. Lando Norris goes 2 seconds quicker than Max Verstappen. He's 11 seconds behind. There's 10 laps to go. You do the maths. Chat. Is Lando on it again? Stefania says, nice, Lando. Welcome to Michael Gott. 1 minute 12 is a bit of a madness, considering a lot of people were doing 1 minute 11s in quali. Isabel Fox says, Lando on fire. Chat, who... Come on, Papaya Army. We want to see the Papaya Army out now for your man. Can Lando Norris... Oh my goodness me, does Max have an issue? Lando is 4 tenths quicker again in Sector 2. Chat, get your papayas out. Not literally. Get your papaya emojis out in the chat. Killer says, go Lusundo. Albion's got it out. Professor of Logic. Amelie says, come on Lando. Anna says, come on Lando. Isabel Paflug. Ben, Nikita, Lisa Zara, all supporting the sole remaining McLaren here. Vlatka as well. And V in our studio. Yeah, Beef and Barley, yeah, for superstitious reasons, he didn't do it on 1:30, he has done it now. Battery level information from Amazon is not accurate, so we will just ignore that. Look at the Papaya Army come through. If you thought you were the only person in the Papaya Army, now you can see that you're in a full-on platoon here. Tiffany Angelique Hanny also sending the love to Lando. Under 10 seconds. Under 10 seconds is the gap, chat. 9 laps to go. Under 10 seconds. This would be one of the drives of all time in recent years if Lando can get this done. Let's go, Lando. Ooh. Lando Norris. Remember, it might be a 9.7 second gap, but you only need to get within 1 second. So it's really an 8.7 gap before he gets in the DRS. Verstappen with another slow. Oh my goodness me. Ooh, this could happen. Lando has just taken another second out of Max here. Is Max toying? Chap, is Max toying with him? FDT got faith in Lando. Fido's got faith. Jason Collins got faith. Michael Lando flying. If only, Josephine saying if only Lando pit earlier, maybe they called it just right. Because Verstappen's tyres, are they going to go off? What's the stint length like on Verstappen's tyres? Ooh, this is tasty. Meanwhile, Alonso defends for the 83rd time against Sergio Perez. Mortal, Kireth, what's going on? Mortal, I'm afraid a lot is happening here. Lando can be a world champion, not this season, unless it would be very strange if that's happened. Lots of qualifications. But let's see. Thomas says he's toying. Ash says, Max, come on. Crown says, Lando can't win a race. He needs to grow up mentally. Well, let's see. Ash just says, Max is just toying with Norris. Get some toys out in the chat. If you think Max is toying with Lando Norris, it's a 14 dead from Verstappen. He can't get in there. He's 1 minute 13. That's only 4/10 that time. 4/10 isn't going to cut it for Lando. So Lando is on the move. And I say for you, Lando, you've got nothing to lose here. You may as well just go for it. May as well just go for it. Elizabeth Walker supporting Hamilton. Well, your man has had a terrible race here. It's good time management versus Hail Mary time management. Chris says, no, I believe in Lando. Lush F1 saying gap too big. Hi, I'm C saying Alonso Bees. Welcome, Matt McQuiggan saying it's great coverage. Scott Stanford, member Scott, has got the carrots out. Ash saying Max again. Well, let's see here. Look at the sector times, everyone. It's pretty neck and neck in sector 1. What about sector 2? Dave says Verstappen is playing with his food. There are 7 laps to go, everyone. Only 7 laps to go. I don't even dare call driver of the day yet at all. And there's another 3/10 from Lando out of Verstappen in the middle sector. But it needs to be more. Is Verstappen going to get DRS from Ocon? Oh, another 4/10. It's consistent. It's another 4/10. But or 3 and a bit. But the gap, the laps are just ticking down. The laps are just ticking down. Incognito, only 601 likes. We can do more than that, chat. We can hit 1k likes in this stream. We've had 60,000 people pass through. Fossil, it's a good job I didn't watch this race live. You were watching it here, my friend. Jay, I think Alonso's DOTD. We'll do the vote in a bit. Anything can happen there. Look at, by the way, Lance Stroll driver of the day. Lance Stroll driver of the day. Is it too early? I'll do the poll in a bit. I'll do the poll in a bit, chat. I'll do the poll in a bit. Don't worry. So, Verstappen now following Esteban Ocon. And again, Lando is faster than Max. Stefan says Ocon slow. Ocon needs to do what he did in qualifying. Sprint qualifying. No worries, Amelie. It's great to have you with us. Rafa subscribed as well. You absolute crazy guy. Super Bowser. How is Stroll driver of the day? Well, he is P5 in Aston Martin. F146 is back. Okay, congratulations. Viral, how many laps? There are 5 laps to go. Oh, Sizex with the gifted. It's Evie. It's gone to Evie, chat. Can we get some claps out for Sizex in the chat for gifting a membership? For gifting a membership, everyone. Huge. Huge, 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 huge. Thank you so much, Sizex. Who did it go to? It went to Evie. Evie. Congratulations. Joe saying give me 2018 all over again. Daisy says Alonso driver of the day. And keeps Queen Rafa Ash. Welcome to the community, I should say. Look at the claps coming up there. Thank you so much, SizeX, for the gifting the membership. How very generous. And what an awesome person to give it to. What an awesome person. Okay, Fernando Alonso is still holding off Sergio Perez. And meanwhile, Lando is grinding time out of Verstappen. Grinding time out. He's on the grind. William Russell says Lando won't win, but we all wish. Look at the claps coming out in chat. Look at the claps. Evie says, thank you so much. Not to me. That's all to SizeX, who's gifted you the membership. Welcome Ezra from the Netherlands as well. Hector says, Alonso, defense of the day. Yeah, the Spanish Minister of Defense coming out in force. Liam saying, Alonso is so on form. It's really impressive. I think this is showing the absolute dog in Alonso here. Like, he is dragging that car, I believe. Keeps Queen High from South Africa. Hello to South Africa. Ricardo Bastida can't believe Perez can't pass Alonso. And Professor saying, I wonder if Perez doesn't have the tyres to make the move. Potentially. Okay, what's the gap at the front? It's 8.3. Lando Norris has pretty consistently been faster than Max Verstappen. But Max Verstappen might just be laughing about this. He's got plenty in reserve. We will see. There's not 9 drivers. There's 9 drivers on the lead lap. Faisal, hey Kireth, I don't get this Perez excitement for driveways 4th. They described it as outstanding. So Faisal, do you think Perez is driver of the day? Right, let's do it. There's 3 laps to go. I'm going to do the poll. I'm not going to let you know who I put in the poll. So you're going to see. You are going to see, chat. I'm going to start the poll here. I'm going to start the poll. And I'm interested to see. I'm very interested. I'm very interested here. Well, that's who I've gone with. I've mixed up first names and first names, so there we go. Rafa loves the channel. Rafa, you are clearly a person of exceedingly good taste. Felipe Gomez, greetings from Brazil. I love your streams. Thanks for making it possible for me to enjoy the race since I can't watch on TV. You are going to pin that. You're very welcome, Felipe Gomez. Hope you've enjoyed your home GP here. So still 3 laps to go, actually. Still 3 laps to go. What about Norris? I did put Lando in there. No Perez. No, I haven't put Perez in there. I haven't put Perez. I've put Stroll ahead of Perez. So come at me if you think it's incorrect. Your opinion is completely valid. 8.1 is the gap. I wonder next season who wants to see a McLaren Red Bull battle for the championship, everyone. Lando and Piastri against Max. Ash says Lando driver of the day. Almost 6.3. Yes, we are. Chat, look at this. Look what we've done. If you're watching and you're not subscribed, please now hit that subscribe button. And also, if you are subscribed, make sure you have notifications on. Because I've got a lot of real-world content coming soon. Oh, Perez might do it! Perez might do it here! Perez gets past Alonso! He heard that I didn't put him in the poll. He heard that I did not put him in the poll, and he is angry. 2 laps to go. Sergio Perez gets past Fernando Alonso. Alonso will have the double DRS on the way back. Let's see. Let's see. Fernando Alonso, how much dog do you have in you? Ooh. Who voted Alonso there? Who voted Alonso? 36% of people voted Alonso. Are you going to transfer? It must be close there between Fernando Alonso and Sergio Perez. Let's see. That is the battle here. I'm having a look. I'm having a look what happened. Perez was half a second behind. Alonso, did you defend? Oh my goodness me. Alonso defended and Perez with an extremely brave move in a tiny gap between Fernando Alonso and the pit wall. That is a very brave move from Sergio Perez. But what can he do now? Fernando Alonso is going to exit Junção about 6 or 7 tenths behind. So can Fernando Alonso get back with the DRS? Fingers crossed if you're a Nando fan right now. Let's see. What do you got, Fernando Alonso? What do you got? Let's see. Fernando Alonso, 3 tenths is the gap as they go over. Are you going to send it inside or outside? Is it going to be a huge crash? Let's see. No, looks like Fernando can't get it done. And we're on the last lap. We're on the last lap, everyone. We're on the last lap. Goodness me. It's the last lap. Alonso gets back past. Alonso gets back past, everyone. If you're a Fernando Alonso fan, where's my flag? If you're a Fernando Alonso fan, he's done it. He's done it, Fernando Alonso. Can you hold on now? Because it's a big run to the line. It's a big run to the line. Chat, look at this. Last lap drama between Fernando and Sergio Perez. What happened here? Fernando Alonso, he tried to go around the outside at turn 1. Goodness me. Look at everyone else has been lapped. So the race has stopped for most people. How did Fernando get through? How did he get through? It was a DRS after the start-finish rate, and it was round the outside, and then he blocked him off. Oh my goodness, it was damage to Sergio Perez's car, I think. I think there was contact there. Chat, I think there was contact. Oh, did I see that correctly? Oh, it was close. Who got it on the line? Who got it on the line? Who gets this on the line? Oh, this might be a photo finish. The line is a long way down. Chat, this might be a photo finish. I'm going to call this as I see it. So they go through the penultimate corner. And then into Junção. Fernando Alonso leads Sergio Perez about 2 tenths behind him. When does the DRS open? Up the hill, up the hill. Then the DRS opens to Sergio Perez past the pit entry. Fernando Alonso keeps it to the inside. Oh my goodness, I don't know who won. I don't know who won. I think Perez overtook Alonso. It's just where Perez overtook where that happened. Chat. The Aston Martin garage go wild. But I think this is going to be we genuinely need a photo finish here. I think this is going to come down to a photo finish. Oh, I've got another replay here. I've got another replay. Oh no, that's of the overtake. Sky, what the hell are you doing? We want to see who won it or who came third. Yeah, Max wins. Max wins. But who is going to be on the podium? Right, here we go. Here we go. Fernando Alonso goes defensive. Checker flag is out. Ooh. Fernando Alonso made a naughty move. Chat. Fernando Alonso made a very naughty move there. Fernando Alonso, I came out. I put my head above the parapet. I got a lot of heat from it. But I said on Saturday that Fernando Alonso was to blame for the incident with Ocon. Daisy saying it was Alonso. C saying it's Alonso. Daisy again Alonso. Daisy is obviously quite keen on this. Ali is saying Alonso. Quad saying Perez. Abibal says computer says Alonso. Welcome Decker. Jermaine says thanks to Alonso. Sue says excellent stream. Soldat's got the cameras out. Isabel Flug said everyone says Alonso, but if I'm Sergio Perez, I want to get a very fast shutter speed camera on that. And also, was Fernando Alonso... We know Fernando Alonso was going to defend... Fernando Alonso would go over the line if he needed to. So, was it all legal as well? Michael said he's moved... Chat, does anyone think that Alonso is going to get a penalty, by the way? Chat, does anyone think Alonso's going to get a penalty? So maybe it's a Pyrrhic victory there for Alonso. Because Alonso, he made 2 movements on the straight, didn't he? So Alonso went defensive on the start-finish straight to get to the line. Then he saw that Perez went to his outside, and then he tried to squeeze back Perez on the outside. maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm not. It's subjective, but in my view, as a racing driver, as someone who was racing today, like different format and everything, but for me as a racing driver, I would say Fernando Alonso is wrong for that. But this one I don't know. This one I don't know. I hope that Fernando Alonso does not. I hope that Fernando Alonso is on the podium here, because I think he dragged that Aston Martin to a 3rd place, and Sergio Perez is clearly in the fastest car. He clearly is in the fastest car, so I want to see Fernando Alonso as an underdog here get the podium. But I'm just saying, impartially, factually, did he move twice? And they're not showing it for some reason, so I'm using my brain, but yes, he did. Welcome to Chloe, Gabe, Ibrahim, Johnny Boy, Chibi, Mohammed, Rahul, and Christina Hill. So I'm going to stay right here, chat. Alonso's celebrating. He's doing that thing where if you celebrate enough, then they can't penalise you. So he's jumped into the mechanics. All the Aston Martin mechanics have come out. He's celebrating with them. He knows what he's a wily old fox. Is Fernando Alonso. I want to see Sergio Perez right now. Lucy saying he moved twice. Thomas saying he will get a penalty. Joe, if Fernando... It's not the first time Fernando's had heartbreaker Interlagos. Isabel Paflug noting that. Synode's in the points. By the way, can we give a big shout out to Piastri and Ricciardo for giving it a really good shot there. Giving it a really good shot and not being that far off the points. Funky Monkey welcoming all the new subscribers. Budget says thank you for a great show. But we need to see here, chat. Day said they announced he got a podium, but F1 would do that, but it's down to the stewards. The FIA stewards are independent from F1. So F1 will classify it. But let's see. It's not that I don't like Checo. I really like Checo, and I think Checo should go to endurance racing and absolutely clean up. I think Checo is the most likely driver to get the Triple Crown. So I really like Checo. I remember Checo coming through at McLaren, Sauber. He got a really hard time at McLaren. Checo was made to be a scapegoat at McLaren back in the day. So, but in this circumstance, I think it would be nice to see Alonso get a podium. Well, it's not while braking. Hang on, Professor, it's not while... There was no braking there. If he braked, that's different. Lizardman saying it's a racing move. I need to see... I don't know why I'm not seeing a replay, chat. I'm not seeing a replay. But what happened is they're coming down the last... onto the home straight. The man's waving the checker flag, or lady. Fernando Alonso is ahead. This is from London. And he goes defensive. And Sergio Perez tries to follow him. And then Perez says, right, I'll go around the outside. And then Fernando makes another move to the outside. I've been there. If you've seen some of my sim racing videos, I've been there over the line. Anyone who's seen my race with Super GT at Dragon Trail, where he just pipped me by the line by like 1,000th of a second, I should have done that. If I'd done that in that race, I would have beaten Super GT. So, Professor, if I was Hamilton, I'd say it's dangerous driving. Well, yeah, if you're anyone behind, by the way, you want Alonso to get a penalty. If you're Carlos Sainz, you want a penalty. If you're Pierre Gasly, you want a penalty for Fernando Alonso. Michael de Blesser, I don't have the footage, but if Alonso moved twice, he should have a penalty. There was also, I thought there was some contact between Alonso and Perez earlier on in the lap. Thomas says Sky Sports needs to be removed. Scott's saying no investigation. Yes, football, please do try and get me to 1,000 likes. That'd be absolutely great. Dr. Bob, Alonso baited him and beat him. So scroll up and see. Well, I said how many people put Alonso on the podium, and maybe Asa was one of the few to do it. But Lucy, it's not under braking. There was no braking. If you move twice under braking, but this is not in a braking zone. But is there something in the rule book that when you come to the end of the race, the finish line is treated as a braking zone? Because that's what it essentially is. I don't know. Kathleen's off to the sickbed. I hope you feel better, Kathleen. Ayana Bernard thinks official Alonso won. Not one, but got the podium. Let's see. He's going to come into the... They're doing the driver interviews now. They're doing the driver interviews. Professor said this is being manipulated. I mean, if you're Sergio Perez, you have to be absolutely furious because Perez came all the way down. Perez came all the way down from the grid. Oh, dearie me. Liam, it was a great race, but can we move on with the Perez on thing and leave the FIA mess up? We'll see. Chai saying Alonso's a brick wall. Yes, indeed. Welcome, T. We'll be racing later. Yuki, shout out. Yeah, Yuki getting in the points. But what a dramatic race, chat. From the beginning. Do we remember when Charles Leclerc binned it on the opening lap? Well, we say binned it looked like a hydraulic failure. Beef and Barley, Max had a penalty in 2021 for weaving on the straight. I think Lance Stroll has had a penalty like that before. Liam says weaving on the straight is illegal based on weaving, but it kind of was weaving. He made a weave. I don't know. Nico saying Sergio Perez won. Leclerc is in 18th. I don't know how Leclerc is classified ahead of Max and Albon when Leclerc didn't actually make the grid. Fernando Alonso is giving his interview now. He looks very stoic. He looks very pleased. And so he should be. Good to see Fernando Alonso on the podium. Goodness me, this man just... He's got some fight in him, doesn't he? Kim says, Harbinger Tifosi. Thanks, Pranal. Crown says, F1 FA ad again, 2021 championship manipulation. This is big for the championship. That's great news for Hamilton, isn't it? Isn't that great news for Hamilton? That Sergio Perez doesn't get those points. Lucy just says it's tough being a Charles fan. Yeah, you go through thick and thin with Charles Leclerc, don't you? Thank you, Albion. Snowline in the house. There we go. Everyone was wishing Snowline well earlier. Snowline has survived their cancer surgery. We all are very happy about that. Very good. And you've missed a crazy race though, but I'd say better to have good surgery. You don't want them playing this in the operating theatre. People get distracted. Cool down room now. Fernando is two young guns and Fernando Alonso. It's a bit of a generational gap here. How do you do, fellow kids? As Fernando Alonso walks into the cool down room with Lando, Norris and Max Verstappen. Wow. This is a bit like when I go racing and there's like some really old geezer who's really fast and he's on the podium. You're like, wow, you are quick. 10 minutes saying Alonso just showing he's always in his prime. Shake my soul saying, okay, bro. Well, we chat. Everyone's saying it's confirmed. You got very short memories. We often see stuff happen after the race and people go on the podium, get a trophy, and then they get DQ'd or get a penalty. Like, this does happen. This is Formula 1. Can we agree? Right, Michael Gott says, Kireth just looked at Sky F1 red button and re-won of last lap, and Fernando didn't block or move. He just flinched. It was a flinch. To be fair, I've only seen it once or twice. So maybe it was only a flinch. My man, I couldn't hold it. I subbed my F1 subscription back and it was worth it. What a race. Welcome to George Russell. George Russell retired. George Russell retired. Alexandru is saying best race of the season. Alexandru, were you at Zandvoort? Were you at Zandvoort? What about Monaco? Do you remember Monaco? Ali is new. I'm going. You knew. Well, now you're a grizzled F1 veteran. That's what happens. You'll fast forward and you'll be like 8 seasons deep. Kelly PK is here in her home country. Yes. Well, where is Daniel Kvyat? I did interview Daniel Kvyat. I interviewed Daniel Kvyat in Rome. I interviewed Daniel Kvyat in Rome. Pretty cool guy. No ways forward, Panaguma. I'm just going to see the drama. Right, the podium ceremony is happening now. Here comes Fernando Alonso. Chat. In Formula 1, we've had people literally in the cool-down room on their way to the podium and get subbed out. Do we remember that? Wasn't Max Verstappen subbed out? So... Offbeat saying it's a penalty. Chat, I want to hear from you on this thing. Do you think it's a penalty or not? Liam says, such a good stream. Kim, Matt still dominating. Yes, indeed. Alexi, Red Bull is wasting their car on Perez. F1 Finland saying Hamilton deserved the win. Well, the rumours were Alonso to Red Bull. Wow, the rumours were Alonso was going to take Sergio Perez's seat. Maybe Helmut Marko said to both of them, look, whichever one of you wins in Brazil, you getting the Red Bull seat next season. I wouldn't put it past them. I wouldn't put it past them. No worries, Decker. Thank you for being great chat. Thank you for being great chats. Wow, all the fans are out on the pit straight. Love to see it. Michael Watch loved McLaren's F1 and Indy efforts. Snowline was looking forward to seeing everyone here today. It's my life's mission to survive. Glad that we could offer you something to look forward to. Crown says Lando is not champion material. I mean, how can you blame Lando here? He's literally the best of the rest. Matthew says Alonso deserves a faster car. And Thomas says, best F1 streaming. Well done. Thank you very much. Yeah, Red Bull have got a seat in the fastest car. I'd be knocking on their door. If I was Lando Norris, I'd be knocking on their door and saying, hey, look, you know, I'm with McLaren. They really like me here. But if you've got a seat available in that Red Bull, I'm there. What do we think? Wow. Snowline thinks Lando is great. Mercedes saying Alonso is a people's champ. Yeah, Alonso is he's looking relaxed on the podium. He's pointing people out. He's got that cheeky Alonso grin. Dr. Bob saying Lando will be a world champion someday. It's all, you got to be in the right, it's just like life. You got to be in the right place at the right time. I'm sure we've got some experienced people in the chat who can attest that a lot of life is just being in the right place at the right time. You make your own luck. Fernando Alonso puts on his cap, and a first place trophy awarded by Ricardo Nunes, who is the very young looking mayor for Sao Paulo. So Fernando Alonso, Max Verstappen gets a first place trophy. He celebrates better than I do. Fabiana Ecclestone gives the FIA winners medal. Fabiana Ecclestone. Mark Webber, a Rolex ambassador who famously drove here without his helmet on for his last race, gives the trophy to the Red Bull engineer. Probably you worked with him in the past. So Mark Webber, an ambassador for Rolex. I bet that comes with some decent perks and goodies. Fair play, Mark Webber. Also manager to Oscar Piastri. And second place trophy has been awarded, and I forgot who it's awarded by. Apologies. Lando's had offers from Red Bull and Mercedes. Well, you can say what you... Well, maybe. Right, a third place trophy awarded by Giovanni Guerra, and it goes to Fernando Alonso. A big slap on the chest from the sponsor guy. And Fernando Alonso cheers. And that's a big one. That's a big one for Alonso. Look, if you had to guess, you'd say Fernando Alonso has won this. And here comes the champagne. Lando does the thing, and he almost knocked over the trophy again. Lando, you got to stop that. And they're all going for Fernando. There's 2-on-1 for Fernando. Fernando goes down to his mechanics. Fernando's getting drenched here. The Red Bull mechanic is kept nice and dry. Oh, and it is some now Nando on Lando action. Nando drizzling the champagne all over Lando's back there. Max Verstappen has been here so many times. So they've got some ticker tape out as well. Thank you, Marcella. Offbeat. How is this move not in under investigation? I don't know. I mean, also, I thought Lewis Hamilton moved on the grid. I thought I saw Lewis Hamilton move before the start, but maybe everyone's busy. No one else is looking at it. See, Professor Logic. Liam says, look at the way Kelly PK is looking at Fernando. Oh my god, dude, do not start those rumours. Do not start those rumours. Ezra says, after all the rumours during the week, I think Fernando and Aston Martin deserve this, as Fernando drops down the champagne. And Svak says, think to move. Yes, indeed. Where are we going to be in 2 weeks' time? Well, I may be in Las Vegas. I need to decide whether I'm going to go to Las Vegas or not. The reality is I'm probably not going to go. I think it's all too short notice, and I'd have to move stuff around. I need to, you know, so I don't think so. But we will be, one way or another, covering the Las Vegas Grand Prix, and I'm very excited. If you want to see my Las Vegas footage when I was out there, you can see me do a whole track walk of the Las Vegas GP and other stuff like that. So I'm going to be uploading a lot more about Las Vegas in the next 2 weeks. So make sure you're subscribed to get those notifications. That is a big one, the Las Vegas Grand Prix. And by the way, I just want to remind you now, it is a Saturday night Grand Prix in Vegas, which I believe means it's a Sunday morning Grand Prix for us in... Oh, goodness, I won't be able to go racing. Oh, chat, does anyone know what time... Anyone know what time it is UK time, that race? Unless it starts really early, and then... Oh, dearie me. Welcome, Gabrielle and Sophical. Las Vegas will be the best race here. Las Vegas is going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Charlotte says, Las Vegas, baby. Noel says, can I come? Yes, you can go, but Fuzz says, stay here. Ali is going to keep watching F1. Now a fan for life. Blacker says, a wonderful stream. Yes, indeed. Now, chat, the plan is for me. In fact, I may as well get this ready. I may as well get it right now. I'm going to be racing again in an hour. I'm going to be racing again in an hour but this time on the old sim racing. So let me just get this ready, and I'm going to be racing, believe it or not, at Interlagos in Formula 1 cars. You can tell what we did there, right? You can tell what we did. So bear with me a second. It's been a big day for me today. I will be honest. I've been up early. I've been racing, recording footage, inflating the tyres on my car was a big moment for me this weekend. And rushed back here, had some fast food, had a shower, and then literally 2 minutes ago sat down here and streamed. But I like being busy. I just like being busy. I'd rather be busy than not busy. Kind of goes for every aspect of my life. Unfortunately, we don't have the ambient. We don't have the ambient stuff on at the moment. But there we go. It's 6 a.m. Is it a 6 a.m. start? Because if it's a 6 a.m. start, next week, I am in Vegas. I'm going to stream the race in my race suit. As soon as it finishes, I'm going to run to my car and I'm going to drive to the track and race for real. How mad is that? And then I'm probably going to sleep. Hang on, Funky, I thought the race starts at 8:30. Funky, when does the race start? Let me know when it is so I can do it. Oh, okay. Oh, do I have to be there in 5 minutes? Goodness me. Bear with me, chat. You can see my mods just basically control my life. My mods run my life. It's like, no, you got to be here, be there, and that's the only way this actually whole thing works. Is my mods tell me where I need to be and when. Without that, be hopeless. Yeah, but BST is not relevant. BST doesn't exist right now. Okay, right. 7:30. It's a race starting in 7 minutes. Oh my goodness me. Okay. So chat, I'm going to go straight into another stream. So, if you want to see me race in Formula 1 cars now, in sim racing, don't go anywhere. Because I'm literally about to go there with no break. I think that's what's going to happen. So I'm going to end the stream here, and it will take you automatically over, and we can keep... if there's any are there investigations? How much is an investigation for Jumpstart? See? I told you. I saw that. Right, chat, I'm going to end this bit. We're going to go to the news stream. We can carry on chatting there. Yes, I have you heard I'm a racing driver? So we can keep chatting there. So it's another F1 stream. So I'm going to end this now, and we will go over to... I'll still be here, basically. All right, I'll see you all very soon. I'll see you all in 20 seconds or something. How do you watch the race? Chat, Mods, can you put the link in if you're still here, Mods? Hang on a second. Hang on. 5 seconds to Ocon. If this race can get any word. This is where we're going to be, chat. I'm going to spam it. That's where we're going to be right now. I'm going there immediately. We can keep an eye on the penalties. Right, I'll see you.